Y'all hear me? Y'all hear me? Alright. We got a few people in there. Okay, we got this guy saying voice on the drones. Nylon Version says nothing solid hit. Yeah, so Nylon Version is the 6th channel. Make sure to follow him there. I'm gonna just close some stuff. I think this is live. Okay, this is live there. And I'll post everywhere else on this one here. Yeah, so I've been doing these. I'm gonna try to do these every other week, just because it's much easier. Yes, we can hear. All right, we got Paul in the house. Like I keep saying, you're major skeptic. I'm like, just stop it, Paul. We all know why you're here. Sounds all good. Okay, we have Odyssey as well in here. Oh, we have everybody here. Yeah, so realize the quote plays is a big one. A lot of people like getting there. And okay, evening all, Nigel versus in the show. Yeah, it's gonna be quite an epic stream today. And yeah, so basically, I was gonna go over this one because basically a lot of people are talking about UFOs, directed energy weapons, but also UFOs and aliens and all this. But I'm like, well, 9/11 still has UFOs that we haven't grasped. What in the world's going on here? Yeah, so and that's what basically I get everybody in on the same page. I'm gonna go here also. What is that? Twitch. So I forgot to open up this thingy. I'm gonna open up, see if this is working. Your show starts with a jab commercial. You hear that? Tammy says that my show started with a Vax commercial. That's absolutely unreal. I'm gonna just increase. I'm gonna open up this thing. Yeah. So, anyways, so it was quite a show. And again, now one reason that I'm doing this every other week is just to get more time to prepare. But also the one I did with the Renee Good one, again, as I mentioned in Wednesday stream, was it was the hardest stream I've ever done. It was absolutely ridiculous, but I cannot tell you why unless I meet you in person. Or yeah, I cannot. I don't want to put it in text. It's just too ridiculous. It was it's quite comical. Alright, guys. Anyways, I'm gonna get the show notes in here. So here's the show notes. I'll be updating these as I go, and yeah. So because I spent a lot of time on the trailer and so on, I'm gonna start publishing these instead of like public instead of just unlisted. Get them and hypes up the stream as well. So anyways, here's a link to the links, and we're gonna go through all like what in the world's going on here? I just want to copy this and then copy the actual text. I just want to copy the link. Like what in the world's going on here? All right, there's the link to the links, guys, and we'll jump right ahead. And again, because this is every other week, so we're gonna try to power through. And yeah, we got Odyssey guy, all shift delete is in the house. All right, anyways, guys, I'm gonna go right here, and yeah, so MES Livestream 125, identifying the UFOs on 9/11. Join me as I examine. Wait, don't forget to activate moderator. Okay, let's put your moderator. Okay, well, sorry. I know what you were trying to say about the Renee Good stream. This is wild, especially because you're not in the US. No, that's not why. No, you do not know why. Okay, Paul, please, you do not know. The reason it's nothing to do with Renee Good. All right, it's the reason is I'll tell Norman next time I talk to you, Norman, off the air. I am not putting that on the air. It is nothing to do with Renee Good. Again, that whole thing is just a giant psyop, but it's more about I can't speak freely when some people. So yeah, I can't basically like do my research based on how whatever my mind is because anyways I can't say no more. A standard moderator managing can block words capabilities, can review and remove. Okay, I'm assuming it's interference. No, it's it is something I don't want to yeah, anyways, it's dropping. It's nothing to do that. It's just but it's also more about I need to prepare so that when there's any disagreements or anything, I can back up exactly because sometimes I say stuff and people think that I'm just saying it off the top of my head, but I'm like, no, I've actually looked at things extremely in depth, and also it's like everybody here in the stream already knows my opinion on a lot of stuff. Basically, everything's a psyop unless proven otherwise. But anyways, we'll discuss that later. So I'm gonna go jump right in. So here is the so anyways, guys. So join me as I examine the 9/11 footage of the alleged quote planes to get clues as to the specific technology used to project large 3D images directly in the sky in real time at 500 miles an hour plus. So this is a key part: 500 miles an hour plus, and also there's that radar data. Assuming it's not 100% fabricated or 99% fabricated. It basically whatever object. Whatever was projecting it, if it was something projecting it, it would be going as that speed for quite a long distance. So those mystery planes, a lot of people. Initially, I was thinking mystery plane might be projecting, but no, mystery plane. They were probably nowhere near this object. Let's say a few minutes before that, they were nowhere near that when it was on the radar data and so on. But even then, if this is going unbelievably fast, those other ones are just conventional planes. Nothing conventional is doing what this is doing. So, anyways, guys, so that's this part here. I'm gonna play the trailer. So this is the this footage here. I got it from the Antonio Rosario, and I just posted it. Yeah, I've moderated products now. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, now that we're just and Paul, yeah, just go easy on each other. Paul, yeah, is you guys are all interesting characters, but again, it's good to have some pushback. Because even though Paul, I have my opinions on you. We saw that email exchange where I did learn something about just conventional flight dynamics, the banking and turning, and the radius of the turn and so on. Okay, Tammy says I have to agree with you again. Difficult situation. Well, you don't know what the situation. But mainly, I need to. But it gives me also time to prepare. Anyways, so this is the thumbnail, and I'll explain where I got this from. This is Antonio Rosario. This one here. I'll look at the flash a bit closely because 9/11 Alchemy, they said that it's right on impact, while the other jet one is a bit delayed. But that one that's hard to conclude. Because this one is zoomed in. And frame rate of this image versus the one in the jet isn't as the jet one's probably much faster. And if I zoom in, this object is like, this flash is a bit closer to this flash thingy. It's not 100% on the spot, but it does look like it. Yeah, but again, it could be a bit at the impact or a bit before. It's hard to tell completely from one setup here. The more likely, but then the first quote plane footage, that one shows a weird flash. So something's weird with the flash. I'm not. I'll have to look at that soon. But anyways, here it is going in, and the key part here. Again, yeah, Norman was saying there's nothing solid, but there is a dust explosion here. There's dust explosion throughout as it goes in. So it's like, what are those things? The shot on the right is interesting. What is ignited? Yeah. But apparently, hard objects hitting something metal can do something like that. But again, if this material is plasma-like, so this is the part where it's like. I don't want to state a 100% opinion, or not even just a 100% statement if I'm not 100% sure. Like, I need to know, yeah, exactly if I can compare it with something else. But we will go over some stuff, which, especially the one that Dr. Judy would let me know about in her book, which is absolutely astonishing. Anyways, here's a trailer. We'll play the trailer, and I'll explain where I got all this stuff from, these footage here. So here's a trailer. This part is very, very interesting here. So whenever, and again, this is like with 9/11 the quote planes, we only have like literally a few seconds of impact. That's about it. So we need to somehow gather all info from this. But then there are some witness testimonies that raise some interesting questions as well. But anyways, I'm gonna play this right here slowly. I'm just playing. What up? Yeah. The key part here is it's going from here. It's coming this angle, and it banks, and then you can see it wobbling and turning. Okay, got a message from, yeah, go back here. Notice how there's a turn there. But the other big thing, the explosion seems a bit, it's like, why is it so far out of the building? This explosion is, in my opinion, that's like pretty much irrefutable proof it's not a big Boeing. That's just not it. Okay, we have Bill, the guy, the MH370 guy, but also he has some pretty interesting science videos. Let's play it. Now I have it at 3x speed, so you can see 3x speed, but notice it's wobbling a bit. So it's a slight wobble. Do you know where the camera is located at what elevation? This one, well, it states here, this is the WCBS TV StatCam. So it's like, it's a bit downward, so it's a bit higher elevation. Okay, anyways, but the one thing it is slightly wobbling. Like, you see it slightly wobbling, and then it turns into that. But the explosion again, the explosion, this is where, yeah, Paul, if you think that's a real quote plane going through, no, that's not happening. The explosion is like literally on the opposite side of the entire, like 60 meter building, like 200 feet. The explosion is way outside of that. And we'll look at we'll initially compare with the regular planes, but the stream will be, yeah, but also notice there is a turn there, which is quite absolutely fascinating here. Like, this is the part where Yeah. So this stuff right here, where I think the motion is initiated from this actual object. There's no delay here. It's wobbling. But again, so I'm like a bit stuck between either it's 100% like non-physical, but I do think there's, but I think even then it's not being projected from anywhere unless there's some sort of cloaking thingy. I think it's literally they're able to literally control the actual, if it's 100% plasma like object, or if there's a carrier vehicle like within that. It could be. That's the part where it's like you're speculating on it. But what I'm trying to say is the motion is literally made from the actual thingy. That's I don't see how it's any other way because of it because of the way it because of the way it's real time like movement in this kind of speed. There's no delay at all. Watch this again. And here's the object. And the other interesting part about this is, okay, this guy plans around their digital insert using live. No, that's fake. That's disinfo. Please stop. Okay. So anyways, peace and wealth seeker. Please don't. This isn't for the disinfo CGI stuff. That's all been fake. Simon Shack, Ace Baker, all liars and clowns. So don't bring that up ever again. Okay. No, stop it. Or you get blocked again. This isn't this yeah. Yeah, the videos are real, but the objects aren't. Okay, if you one more, you can block him if you want, Norman, if you're watching. Yeah, again, please. This isn't for you. Just watch 9/11 Alchemy. This is live stream 125. Okay. Anyways, we're not talking about this. The videos are real. Keep that in mind, and they'll match. No, you are not. Stop it. Okay, there's no CGI. The videos are real. The objects are real. Like these are real objects. Hologram with bombs. Yeah, but I think it's not. It's not even a conventional bomb. I think the actual explosion, because of that Judy Wood one she sent me, it's very very. I think it's I'm a split between like a bunker buster type slash yeah slash an actual directed energy weapon directly at it. But the thing is, it's going so fast, and it's kind of like the scary part is if. Yeah, actually, yeah. I'll play the full thing, then I'll send you the questionnaire for you guys all to see what you guys think. Yeah, there's mystery orbs there. And here's another part. You also notice that it turns.
Oh my shit!
The relative sidelines due to building blocking away. Everyone relied on black mirrors. Okay, you're gonna get due to tech. Yeah, the explosions. No, it could be. It could be the advanced like carrier like advanced missile tech, like. Explosions due to the tech, yeah, but it could be also in the object. But that testimony by that person, literally, that's pretty interesting. So what's interesting is if it's the actual like tech made the like external. The reason the questionnaire, I'll explain it in a bit. But anyways, we'll play this right here. If you notice here, it turns. So something is causing it to turn rapidly. The same way NFL puts a hello line on your TV that isn't there, they can insert. Anyways, please stop. Please stop CGI nonsense. Okay, please. You get banned if you do it one more time. Okay, just please. Okay, you're gonna put a timeout. I'm just gonna put a timeout. I don't have time for this. I told you you have 5 minutes timeout. Next time you're gonna get deleted. We don't have time for this nonsense. This isn't like is a CGI. CGI is disinfo. Go watch the videos beforehand and come back later. Anyways, okay. So notice here, there's also these weird mystery orbs or other things. This is the part where it turns. There's a slight turn there, but also the wind is coming this way. And I'm gonna see which way is the wind blowing on 9/11? Yeah, the wind. Yeah, so no, I think the wind is blowing against this, so this might have literally drifted slightly. If yeah, and then it had to correct. And then there's another mystery plane. Again, this mystery plane, it's not projecting this. It's so far away. There's also a building there. There's also a giant building there. This one's not. And there's like 3 of them. So the questions, which one's which? Airplanes can't go through, but this one, they don't go through one side or the other. Again, that's disinfo. Holographic tech. Yeah, I know it's holographic, either by itself or cloaked. Yeah, I know we know that. But I'm trying to say you have to be, it goes through inside, but doesn't go throughout the other way. That's also disinfo. Even as the most skeptical person, there's no CGI involved. Yes, I don't believe in CGI. Yeah, no, I know. I just want to get the CGI out. This isn't a CGI debate. This is just CGI disinfo. You know, notice how it also, there's This notice just the colors right here. Actually, before I go further, if you notice here, it turns black here. I think it turns slightly black. Oh yeah. So it turns slightly black here. It turns slightly black, and I think that's and it might be from this the sun shadow on this thing. It might affect it with the light, but it shouldn't turn 100% dark. Anyways, I'm gonna keep playing the full thing, but there's so much info in this that it's just you gotta just grasp it. I'm gonna go double speed this. Okay, let's go this one here. Yeah. So notice it starts turning, and notice the reflection.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and notice how it turns dark right here. It actually matches that other the other footage. So that's another way you can tell CGI. It's not CGI. And then now there's the light right here. Sure moves like a real object, but it's dropping like hang on. No, I know, but the speeds again, these are all impossible speeds and just impossible maneuverability. Like if you believe this maneuvering, doesn't believe that the UAE was involved because of the jet optical illusion. UAE? you mean USA? Okay, let's play. Now here's 3x speed. So it's turning, and now notice, but the imagery is now look, it has that library or whatever, the American Airlines thingy. Oh no, United Airlines stuff. And look at the just the colors are just very interesting. Again, now this is the part where if you go fast speed, it turns. So there is motion here. So whatever's causing it, it's literally caused to turn in real time. How do you turn and become darker? One argument could say that the sun is from the top part, because you could actually see the sun here. Sun shadows. I'm gonna start putting a lot of the stuff that I don't have in here. The sun shadows is here. So there's the sun. This is coming from the right side. This is on the west side. So the sun's directly on the. No, that'd be the east. Okay, that'd be the east. Let's see. This north tower got hit. This is gonna get hit on the south side. No, so that's on the east side. So the camera's on the west. But the sun's over top. So there could be some darkening of the object from this from the dust cloud, like that. So that's pretty interesting. I'm gonna put a link here. Shadows. This one I was debunking this Blue Bacon clown show. I'm gonna go right here. I'm gonna put. We'll update notes. I'm gonna put all the notes here. Sun is slightly is above. Might interact with dust cloud. Okay, next time a car turns on a stoplight, I want to see the gray camera. Yeah. It's look at the spiral in the middle of the beam. United Airlines Emirates. Okay. United Airlines. Okay. I'm gonna go right here, back to it. Let's go back to this trailer. And now this is the part where I discovered it, because I don't know anybody else discovered it at the exact same time. Other people have talked about this top one. And there's another part here, which the doctor actually mentioned. Like, if you ever know what a diffraction gradient is, like think of a bullet and then put a diffraction gradient, you're gonna get weird lighting issues. And but this part is a part where it's very, very interesting here, where it could be like plasma-like object where it has some physicality to it. Because watch what happens here. This one here, 3 different angles, exact same disappearance. But if you look at it closely, it still has that resemblance there. So that you might think, is that just a camera artifact, or... And then even this one is slightly there, or it could be like the actual thing is becoming invisible. So this is the part where if they have invisibility tech / holographic tech right here, or volumetric mumbo jumbos, essentially, if there's a glitch, even if it's still solid, like it could look like as if it was literally disappeared. And I watch the slow motion. What's up with the color in the sky and the video showing? It could be I'm not sure. Just watch this right here. Okay, now we're gonna go slow motion. So this is the one where when I found it, I'm like, I actually had some like I needed to make a live stream talk about this ASAP, because this needs to be out there. This is at the exact same spot, 3 different angles. It rules out CGI. Again, where's that CGI guy? Disappearing wings, major issue for the aircraft, the one I believe. This one is... I believe, again, you don't need to say that, Paul. We already know your position, which is we don't trust it. I think you're just... But anyways, this right here, when I first saw it, I'm like, hey, it's the exact same time and place. This is ridiculous. Because basically rules out CGI. If they get 3 exact same ones, again, and that only like I was the first one to find it. It's not like somebody else talking about this initially. And also it rules out camera artifacts, because if you have one glitch in one camera, well, what about this one? This one's behind a crane. It's all the exact same thing. How come these other parts aren't doing that? Yeah, let's play this. The descent is where much of the forward velocity came from. No, it's a very gradual descent. You haven't probably. I thought we would already discuss this. The descent is not much. It's barely any. It's literally. I'll show you. It like does 100 miles an hour acceleration in like a few seconds. At like 1,000 feet elevation drop. It's like literally nothing. You know, here is yeah. So this part here, and now what's even more fascinating is which when I told Blue Bacon, this info guy, he didn't believe it. He's like, no, you probably mistimed thingy. So these ones are synced, but if you use slightly different angles, this is from this other angle. This one here, the right wing reappears. Initially it's disappeared, it reappears. This one, the left wing, and like whole like fuselage like disappears. And watch this one. These are I perfectly synced them with the instant of the explosion. So these are actually in sync. But then notice how it's different. No, this one's just such a weird. But there's also another part you could think of it, because it's at a slight angle like that. So it could be and also you have to also every one of these footage. That's why you have to look at multiple all of them at once, because you could get camera artifacts when you're dealing with something super rapid, anything rapid like this. And then, yeah, so now this part here, so this one here, this is the fascinating part. So this is what I mean by depends on the angle. So this is disappeared. This right wing is still there. So remember, the right wing is now, but now because of the sun, it looks like a bit gone there. And then this whole left one's gone. So that's whole left one's gone. And then if you look at this one here, these are all decent cameras. This one were both like literally decent camera guys with cameras. This one here, like that. And this one looks like again like a weird rocket. Like get this plate here. Okay, and then it goes in. And then the other part is and I'll show you what my idea of it. Yeah. So I'm leaning towards now that I think if there was basically I still can't say it's a carrier vehicle, just but whatever is doing this, it literally, you can see right here, there is dust explosions right here. So something is causing this. This one is slightly delayed off that, but you can't 100% say this was the wing shape dust explosion is after, because this is rapid. And I'll show you some plane crash footage where you'll see some weird artifact like stuff. That's why you need to see a bunch of stuff. This guy says, quickly put together CGI. No, again, there's no CGI. No CGI, please. No CGI. Stop that disinfo. Okay, anyways, please, like, everyone, but you stop going to the easiest way out. Everything's fake. That's the stupidest thing ever. It's like, that's how you get nobody believe in your conspiracy stuff. There are airplane and body parts littering the streets before the collapse as a plane that hit. Were these planes being cloaked or disguised as a jet? No, there weren't. There's barely any parts. There's barely any parts. And those objects. You have to realize there's literally. Oh, okay. We'll segue into the parts soon. But there's barely any parts. There's literally. I'm telling you, there's barely any parts. If you believe that there, if you believe those specific parts were from these objects, I have literally an indestructible passport to sell you. There's barely any parts. Yeah, and then even after the quote dustification, it's not a collapse again. Paul, please stop saying collapse. We're about to get a huge snowstorm. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah, that's global cooling. Okay, now this one here. This is one. How many frames does it take here? And yeah, so it's completely in there. And now you have this bunch here, but it's one of those where you'll need to see multiple ones to confirm. But there's a dust explosion there, and so the idea is, when is the wing-shaped hole made? It's and now it's like, but the thing is, it's so rapid. This is like literally under like a split second. But like this object, again, these are just imaginary. Our military has the best cloaking capabilities, in my opinion. Well, our military, no, it's Illuminati's military. We don't own any of these killer weapons. Okay, there it is. Yeah. So, but again, this is impossible physics. So like the mainstream narrative is completely out there. It's like ridiculous. And also about the parts right here, parts millions. Okay, I'll show you one thing. Okay, so here, this is this is the 500-mile-an-hour jet crash test in a concrete wall, left millions of small parts scattered throughout, and only dented the wall only just 2.4 inches, like literally 2.4 inches. It's not going through a concrete wall. This is what should have happened to any conventional plane on 9/11. And you can see literally millions of parts everywhere, and it doesn't even like dent this, and it only moves. Yeah, literally 2.5 inches. There was one jet landing gear. Yeah, there's. I'll show you parts shuttle. So this is the here's the official story. You have basically this one goes in. The first one goes in the 94th, 98th floor, and you got a landing gear somehow here, like literally 100 bullets across 60 meters. This is 200 feet. It's not happening, okay? And then you got these ones launching out of this one. You got a fuselage section up top, landing gear here, and engine. No, this is, if you believe this, I have like literally infinite stuff to sell you. And there's like a few stuff here compared to this. This is the Space Shuttle Columbia, and it blew up at like 82. It had over 82,000 parts, weighing 84,000 pounds. We literally got tons and tons of this material, and they were able to put it all together. And a lot of these have registration numbers, so you literally know that it's part of the space shuttle. And so again, this is I'll put this right here. Anything bombshell, I'll put it right here. Okay, real plane has millions of parts with registration numbers. Okay, yeah, 4 titanium agents have been found. Yeah, but again, a lot of stuff should have been found. Like literally tons of stuff should have been found where there's no debate. There's no like, hey, these parts that. This is not going through that. To illustrate how ridiculous this is, I'll show you. This is 60 meters. Hussein, yeah. I'll go Hussein bolt. Okay, so each twin tower was 208 feet wide, or 63.34 meters wide. This is equivalent of Usain Bolt running for approximately 6.3 seconds in his record 100-meter sprint. There's no way a fragile aluminum Boeing plane can glide through 63 meters of exterior steel columns, aluminum cladding, office material, internal steel core columns, and certainly not before a delayed explosion on 9/11. So this is when I made this video. You have to realize, think about how big this stuff is right here.
Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment and going away. Gauge.
Okay, that's how long it takes. 60.3 by the world's fastest man ever. And to go through the entire
away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment and going away. Gauge.
And if you think an engine actually went through all that, I have like a whole bunch of stuff to sell you. I'm gonna copy this as well. I'll put everything in here. Okay, and also, yeah, so we'll see what else we had. Yeah, Usain Bolt running 60 meters equals, yeah, base 208 feet wide, WTC. That's, yeah, it's not happening, guys. Okay, and also, let's go to the random notes before we get further into this. So also, I forgot to do the MES poll results, and also, before I even do that, I'm gonna say, give a shout out to Attila from Iran. So he emailed me and saying shout out to you guys. He doesn't want to say anything else. He's again he's in Iran. It's super scary, and he said the protests basically like he's not protesting with those Western backed protests because or even the other one counter one because apparently government's like killing a bunch of people. So yeah, so just Attila says hi from Iran, and he has barely sporadically the internet sporadic and so on. Yeah, this guy here, it's possible there should be a piece of something there, a chair. CGI is disinfo. Is disinfo. Just stop it. Think harder. Like, just please. Just stop being lazy. Yeah, so again, CGI is just disinfo. Well, it's obviously not the quote Boeing's, big Boeing's, but it's not CGI, so think of it like that. Who said it was a fuel that came down elevators? No, that's all just nonsense. Is there any chance both engines went between the exterior columns? Not a chance. The exterior windows are tiny, and there's also the office material. You got the aluminum cladding, you got the windows, you got the inside columns, and so on. And then you have the outside as well. So you have inside, outside. It's just not happening. If you go here, building, construction. I'm gonna go construction, building. WTC, see, I think I had some pretty epic ones. WTC construction. Yeah, again, it's not going through any of this, and these Windows sections are tiny, and it's not going through even any of these truss sections. It's just not doing it, guys. Whoops. It's literally not doing. This is this part. Whoops. And I think I had a construction WTC. I think we had a good imagery of it. But to see thick steel. There's a 1 inch pound. Okay. Yeah, I want to go through. Yeah, it's not going through it, but also this is an interesting one here. Yeah, so yeah, this is the box columns right here. These are like massive right here. This is I want to show this quickly. Here's a so a Cybertruck. This is the thickness of a Cybertruck is this line. That's a bullet, right? 9.5 millimeter, 750 miles an hour. This is the actual plane, plane going 590 miles an hour with 1.5 millimeter to 6 millimeter thick aluminum wing. It's not slicing this. Okay, this is steel, and an actual Cybertruck, it doesn't actually punch through. It doesn't actually punch through the window like if you have much thicker than the steel.
Clear.
So we got literally steel bullets. Yeah, basically regular bullets going 750 miles an hour can't punch through steel. That's 1.8 millimeters, right? That's 750 miles an hour. That's like 4 times the thickness. It's not going through that. Yet this thingy is yet these ones pretty much as yeah, these ones thinner. These are thinner than the bullet are slicing through here. It's just not happening, guys. It's just not. Literally, you got them sliced off here. Okay, so it's not happening. And then this is a great image right here. Yeah, yeah. So it looks like nothing solid here. Again, this is really good evidence that yeah because this lines up with the Luke Korshen video. So yeah, it looks like the impact. I mean the hole there. It looks like it's yeah it's a weird one. I'm leaning towards now. That's also due, and I'm gonna copy this message link. And I'm gonna put this right here. This is a good one. So anyways, guys, Attila from Iran says hi. I'm gonna go right here. Bullet can't puncture steel door of Cybertruck. Plus, I'm gonna go plus photo showing plane inside building with little no apparent plane shaped hole formed yet. Yeah, so this one is pretty fascinating. Creating the plane shaped holes in the Twin Towers. We'll go over that, but like what I do, I like looking at the specific the actual footage and then see what happens there. But we'll play this video in a bit. I just want to see, what was this one here? Playing shape. Oh, this one, this thumbnail you made is actually, I think that's from my scan. How do I see this? Yeah, this one here, I think I made this. Yeah, I scanned this one. That's my photo. There's epic stuff. We'll play that in a bit. I just want to say that as I continue here. So what I want to, so I have the notes here. I'm going to make sure I'm going to update each time because there's no auto save like the drafts, so I don't want to lose anything. I'm going to refresh this. Okay, so the next setup here is, yeah, before we get to that, so I'm going to go quickly, MES poll results, guys. I forgot to send this right here. So the poll results, I'm going to go right here, let's say poll. So MES poll results, I had one before. I said, which world leader will USA abduct next? And so few votes for Mark Carney. Kim Jong-un had one. And then, but the winner is obviously Prime Minister of Greenland, Jens Frederick Nielsen. And then I had another poll. And now the new poll is basically, how often should I do my MES live streams? Most people saying weekly. Okay, so what do you guys think? Vote for that. But again, weekly is very, very hard. You're gonna get a watered down product. I don't like rushing. So, okay. Anyways, fill this vote in. Bi-weekly at least gives me time and also lets me rest. Your WTC Jazz didn't help. They claim gravity-driven collapse caused the buildings to polarize themselves. Well, no, it's yeah, that's why in the same breath claim that the towers mostly air. Yeah, the whole thing is just ridiculous, and also mostly air. No, it's mostly building. It's like it's like, hey, humans are mostly atoms are mostly empty space. Hence, you can walk through walls. No, you can't. It's like no. Okay, anyways, someone says monthly. Yeah, that's interesting. I voted for bi-weekly, but again, yeah, a lot of people want weekly, but again, it's hard on me because my main priority is again for energy tech. And so on. Explain flights at once when you have flash frame. No, I've seen that flash frame. but it's like I like doing one step at a time. Like, is it before or after? Because basically they said that they think that it was slightly, yeah, it was on impact, and then the other one slightly before. But the frame rate of the other object, I mean of the jet one, is probably filmed faster, so it's hard to 100% confirm. But anyways, I just want to see some other stuff here. Shout out to this guy. All right. Anyways, I'm gonna quickly talk about the thumbnail, and then we'll go over here. We're gonna go over the notes. I'm gonna finish these notes, and then I'm gonna add anything else we don't have. Especially the Dr. Judy Wood discovery or observation, which is absolutely bombshell. Again, she knows a lot more about the about planes than she lets out. And but here at MES, I go all in. All right, so anyways, this thumbnail right here was taken from so it was taken from Antonio Rosario's original 2009 Vimo upload of the quote second plane. You can see right here, this is the original I got it from, and you can see here, but he has some good footage. I'm gonna actually speed it up, and he has some good solid footage of the tower turning dust. And this is, you can see it from here, and he has his email there, Antonio M Rosario. If anybody, if you want to email, actually, what's his name? Norman, if you want to email him, tell him to join the live stream, or even get him on your show if you want to interview him. Yeah, bi-weekly is better, guys. It's much easier on me. It also, because again, this isn't my main priority. My priority is for energy tech and other stuff. So if you want to email this guy, the email's there. I'm just gonna put it here. So yeah, Norman, if you want to message him, see if he's still around, if he's still alive, and so on, and see if you can get him to look at some of your works, similar to Patricia, Patricia Jersey Girls, follow your work. So that'd be pretty epic. Keith Johnson on MS channel. How can I send you a short video? You can send it on. You can go right here, go my Telegram, or email me, and puts it right here. Put it in here, and then tell me it's in here. Yeah, so tell me it's in there. That'd be pretty epic. Anyways, so that's I got it from this footage, but I'm gonna play this footage fast speed because he has an hour of footage of this. So watch what happens. I'm gonna play this double speed. Okay, double speed right now. Okay, and now it's gonna start hitting. The object's gonna hit. Okay, who are you talking about? I'm talking about this guy, the guy that filmed that the thumbnail, the guy who made this, the guy who filmed this. He puts his email right here. His name is Antonio Rosario. He's the one that filmed this, and this video is from 16 years ago. He said this is the first hour of the attacks, 9/11 attacks. I seen from my window at the time. And so view from my window, significant events that happened in the first minute, and then at 39 when the south tower dustifies, and at 52 when the north tower. So he includes both towers and the second footage from the opposite angle. This is opposite from everybody else. Actually, not really opposite. I'm just saying. Yeah, actually, no, it's just a close-up one, but zoomed in. So this guy here, and his email's right here, AntonioAMRosario.com. So if you want to let him see, ask him if he wants to join your, basically just get in contact if you can. Yeah, I'm going to play it right here. Yeah, so it's going to impact, see that footage? That's the one where it hits it. That's the one, oh my god! DM his email. Well, you can see right here, I'll DM email. I'll send you a message right now. Okay, and yeah, so that's this guy, and you could also, here's context. That's the guy who made that video. So and also notice that this thumbnail looks different, slightly different from the. I think you had that meme, because I think the meme uses more HD like upscaled versions. Anyways. Yeah, so I'm gonna go right here. Yeah, so memes that use this footage may be using later enhanced quality, but I need to buy DVD to confirm. So this is the one that you shared. So this meme right here. This one here, I think it's using upscaled version. So view in view in a group. Why does it just not view it in here? Or just comment. Whoops. Okay, let's just go here. Okay. Chats, please just go to yeah, anyways, so this meme right here, yeah, this one here, this one it's like, looks like, I think it might be upscaled or modified, but I need to confirm because apparently this footage was used in the 2002 Nova documentary, Why the Towers Fell. So apparently it's used in this documentary, but the best quality you could find is this one here, and it's like low quality. Collapse. It's somewhere in here. It's 50 minutes. I didn't look, but it's somewhere in here, I know. And the thing is, it's 2002 upload. But if you want to, please donate. I can buy it on here. DVD is a bit expensive here. So $34 for this DVD. And but the thing is, it's 2002. So it might have better quality than the Vimo upload from 16 years ago. So Vimo might have downgraded the quality. So If you can send me some cash money, I will buy that. So send me some cash money because I gotta pay for shipping. Actually, it's free delivery. It's 34. Okay, how much is that? Usually ships. I thought it was they had shipping there. It's $34. I may buy it, but again, if you can donate, I'll buy it. Yeah, just too much. I just don't want to spend it on something I might use for a bit. But anyways, that's because this quality is like super 1676p. 176p is just horrible.
The floors of the underground.
Yeah. So that's the one there. Anyways, so trailer clips taken from banking and turning right here. I'm gonna actually open these. These are pretty interesting stuff here. Okay, so banking turning. So I'm gonna go to there's got to be a way to just search these. Like I don't understand. Just search. Okay, this one. Just find it. It doesn't find it. Okay, comparison between. Okay, no, it doesn't do it. Actually, this is the jet one. Okay, I wanna. This is a good one, actually. Okay, this is a good one. Yeah, this notice it's flash as well. This is also flash as well. This one's like a really big flash there. Okay, play this roll. Yeah, see that flash? This one flash as well. So that's a very, very fascinating flash. And this explosion is a bit closer to the input there. What I think would be great is if you do a structure presentation week 1, why it can't be CGI, week 2, why jet fuel can melt steel, yeah, week 3, why it can't be regular. Yeah, it could be, but also that's like, you can also do that as well. If you consider making Discord server, I have one. It'd be a cool collaboration tool. You know, I have a Discord server. You already know this. I have it. And you sent me some sort of like homoerotic stuff too. I'm like, what in the world's going on here? So you know, like, what are you talking about? On Discord, you sent it. I'm like, no, we ain't in this. I'm on Discord. Like, what did Paul love us, man? What in the world are you doing? Okay, so yeah, this flash is it looks like the actual thing disappeared. Yeah, so it's like literally right on there. Okay, this is pretty interesting. Yeah. And again, the CGI one, we already know the main reason it's not CGI. Well, there's all the footage is lined up with each other. Like every single one lines up. Then again, yeah, I could do one why it's not CGI, but I might do one why again. Then there's the question of then doing why it's not thermite, why is Richard Gage an absolute clown show? Yeah, these are all, but you could also do them as well if you need help. But notice how it's completely in there. So the first object one, it looks like, and I think the first one is because it's going slower. Then they got it in there. And again, this is fascinating. Okay, so and yeah, this is right on. Look how close this is. But again, this is because it's super far away. That's another reason where things may look different depending on the frame rate and distance and all that. Okay. I've never sent you anything on Discord. Can you send me a link to? Okay, Paul, I'll also tweet about it. Okay, we'll go to the Paul. I didn't say it before because I'm like, so Paul says he never sent me anything on Discord. I'm gonna go Paul, Loveless. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. Okay, so, okay, this was on there. Okay, I think you said so on Discord. Okay, here this time here. So Paul Loveless Wilding again this time invited me to an 18+ Discord server for quote twinks. Whoops. Go back here. What in the world just happened? Okay, let's go back to the Paul Loveless. So again, Paul, I don't know what in the world you're talking about. Let's go back to the Paul Loveless. Okay, this one right here. So you messaged me, add me as a Discord friend, and you send me a link here to Discord, and it's like twinks please, and 18+ top. Okay, then I'm like, I have to use Urban Dictionary. What a twink is a gay or effeminate man or a young man regarded as an object of homoeroticism. Sorry, using a bottom. Alright, Alright, here, if you guys want to join his twink. Anyways, Paul, Alright, anyways, let's, what in the world is going on here? Alright. Yeah, oh, that was a long time ago. I had no idea. Oh, that was a long time ago, like last year. Oh, 2024, 2 years ago. Alright, anyways, guys, he's gonna show you my twinks. Alright, anyways, yeah. Alright, anyways, let's go back here. Yeah, so I'm gonna go back to this thingy. Okay, close this thing. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, 9,099 facts hurt people's feelings. Yeah. Anyways, guys, follow Substack. Norman's literally taking over the absolute game. I'm gonna go right here quickly to Or actually, yeah. For those who want to know why it's not CGI, but again, it's just it's the other way around. You need to prove CGI. Okay, every single one is the exact same thing. Just because something has fake fake physics, it does not mean it's fake. Alright, that image does not mean it's fake. It's like someone tells you, "Hey, it's anti-gravity." Trust me, it's not my type. Okay, what? Okay. Hey, Paul, you breaking up? Are you calling me? Anyway, it's Paul. Paul, I'm not his type. All right. What Stephen Greer is it your type? Okay, when's the first date? That's not. All right. Anyways, I'm gonna go Flash. Actually, comparison. Plane. Yeah. I'm gonna copy this one. Comparison. Interesting Flash here. Okay. Interesting Flash. Okay. Interesting Flash. Big. It's a big flash here. Flash on first impact. Okay, put that there. All right. Yeah. So now it's life is out. You know, in the house epic stuff here. Yeah. Clearly, I'm the 2 weeks. Okay. All right. So Stephen Greer is not your type then. Well, Stephen Greer apparently you need to be like Mexican for his type. So here's Twinkie. You just okay, all right. All right. So this gives a new meaning. Okay. So twinks are Twinkies. Basically soft men, I think. Soft men. Oh man, this is bad imagery, guys. Okay, now we know what this means, guys. So if you ever eat it, I still don't know what MES score server is. Anyways, guys, so Twinkies are don't eat any Twinkies, guys. They're Discord MES. You can use it. There's some circulate thing with a plain image. Also, video on moon thing. Yeah. Oh, the one today on mine. No, I did it years ago. But anyways, no, like weeks ago. I don't know what's guy talking about. So here's my Discord server. I have a bunch of stuff here. 911 Truth. I shared it here. So if you go to 911 Truth, I shared this thing here. You can I literally have a channel here, and so on. All right. Okay. So anyways. Yeah, so join my Discord, post stuff here. There's one person I followed before, and then all of a sudden he started posting spam and all this stuff. Okay, yeah, anyways, guys, calm down. Okay, this is, we'll play this one as I'm gonna make sure I get everything here. But I'll play this, I'll search this one here. Richard Hall, 3D. So Richard Hall has, again, he literally has this video right here shows all the three like every single footage matches. That's proof it's not CGI. Like it's like literally real. And you also have the witness testimonies, people saying like they can swear that they saw it. Yeah, some of them say they swore they saw it. So it's like what? Yeah, this is Richard Hall 3D analysis. Shows all videos line up. Okay, not CGI. Okay, okay, let's focus. Yeah, let's stay on the topic. But anyways, you gotta put him on timeout. But the guy's pretty funny. But he only just lying. Like he's like, I didn't know about Discord. I'm like, what do you mean you sent a twink thingy? It's like, what is going on here? Anyways, let's focus, guys. Okay, so here's a 3D one. And again, in this stream, I don't want to focus too much on the stuff we already know. It's not CGI. Like that's just go interact. Go look at 9/11 plane researchers stuff and all that. It's like we already know it's not CGI.
It's in technology.
So every single one of these, the exact same trajectory matches. Every single one. He goes through like at least 50 of these.
Had a red light shake on the next video. Path as they
So he shows you
the towers now at some distance.
And I'll show you the 3D model he makes. So he makes a 3D model, and then he plots the radar data. The radar data is like this, and you can see in 3D. They all match.
A large amount of camera shake on the next video, which is why I have strobed the radar path images so as to be able to keep track of the buildings. Filmed from the ground, which makes the alleged plane's path appear almost horizontal.
Yeah, this explosion on the other side, and that's the thing. If the objects were ejected, I think the explosion, yeah, that's like really at the corner. How is it going through everything and at the corner?
Next, a very famous clip from an NBC News helicopter. The path appears at about a 45-degree angle, which seems at first sight inconsistent with other clips. But the helicopter's high altitude is what makes the path appear much steeper than in other clips.
And the explosion is on the other side of the building. Okay, is it over already? No, it's just started. Well, it's 1 hour in, but 1 hour in. We're not even halfway. I'll try to go at the usual 2.5 hours. Yeah. So again, watch this, guys. This is yeah, this is pretty good. I'm gonna make sure I'll save those. Okay. So then next setup is, okay, trailer clips taken from the banking turning. Okay, we'll go to the banking turning setup right here. This is banking turn. We'll try to stay focused on this banking turn. This one is okay, banking turning. I think banking and turn. Okay, why can't I just find what the word is? This one here. Banking rolling. Okay, rolled. Okay, banking rolling. I'm gonna go banking rolling. Banking and rolling. Turning. So this and the reason I'm saying banking, turning, and rolling, these are actual physical no, these are just conventional terms for this kind of motion. So whatever object is in the sky is doing the conventional motions, but obviously which is impossible for actual big Boeing. So if it's complete, yeah. So again, I need to see. The only thing I've seen for the projection side, like it's coming out from somewhere else, is that mystery object, which could be a bird, but I'm not 100% sure. Certain. I tried asking Dr. Judy Wood about it. She just wouldn't give me a straight answer. It'd be great if you get Richard on it first. I know I've asked him. Yeah, I asked him once before. And also disappearing wing at the exact same place and time. That's not CGI, guys. Like I already proved it's not CGI, just because it's all happening. Okay, I'm gonna click rolling. Yeah, so rolling. Okay. Yeah, this is okay, yeah. Anyways, banking rolling. Okay, this one here. So this is very, very, very important. So also during the Boston Element Truth Zoom call, Disinfo agent David Chandler said the quote planes were able to pick up so much speed because they were in a dive for a long time. This is exactly what Paul Loveless was saying earlier. He's saying, oh, they got the speed from the dive. No, that's not actually true. This is very misleading because the radar data shows they quote planes dive at mostly constant speed until a final acceleration shortly before impact. This right here is proof, literally proof, that whatever basically the speed wasn't coming from the dive itself. It's literally they were going slow on the dive and then all of a sudden speeding up as the dive is like barely ending at the end. So the radar data shows that quote second plane was at 2,500 feet altitude before it accelerated from 470 to 515 knots, or 541 to 593 miles per hour, which is an acceleration of 42 miles an hour in just 10 to 15 seconds. So it's pretty fast for a quote plane, just any big Boeing. And then the first plane was at 2,800 feet before it accelerated from 330 to 430 knots, or 380 to 495 knots, which is an acceleration of 115 miles per hour in just 14 seconds. This is quite literally impossible for a Boeing 767, especially to maintain any sort of control while banking at 20 degrees and rolling at 18 degrees in 2 seconds. So yeah, it rolls in 2 seconds. Yeah. So while it's banking, it's rolling at 18 degrees in 2 seconds. So think about it here. So this is the flight 175. Here is the altitude. Notice the decline right here. The entire time it's declining. The speed has not. It basically has not constantly accelerated. It went up at this point right here. Is going like 520 knots or so, and then it slows down. It slows down as it's going down. So look at it. It has a constant speed from this part 15,000 altitude. So in other words, where the air is thinner. So it's going down, assuming these are real numbers. But the thing is, near the end, it does match the Richard Hall radar data. So I wouldn't. There's nothing for me to not believe in this number. But the thing is, this was published like a few months after, so it's hard to tell. But it matches at the end at least. But from the mainstream conventional narrative, it's going as the altitude is going down, the speed is constant. It's actually slowing down here. It slows down right here. So then this is this is about 2.5 minutes, or basically it's just before 9:03. So this is 3 minutes of data. So for 3 minutes, as it's going down from its steepest decline, it literally was going it was slowing down a bit. And then it accelerates from here to here, literally 100 and like plus miles an hour in 14 seconds. From here to here it increased, and it's at its top speed right here. Matches earlier point right here. When it break apart at the speed altitude, yeah, definitely. You know, yeah, that's obvious. We'll break apart. But also, again, this is just won't happen. This is the official radar data, which suggests that something was moving there. If it's a fully solid object, or no, if it's a fully plasma-like object, that could still detect radar. So whatever it will, basically, this is assuming this is real, because at the end it does match the actual footage. Yeah, and now this is the flight 11. So flight 11, as it's dropping, the speed is literally constant. This is the constant right here. It's constant as it's dropping, and then only just before the impact, like literally like 10 plus seconds, is when it accelerates its biggest acceleration. I want to keep this in mind. Its biggest acceleration is basically right when the camera is on. That's when it actually accelerates. The entire time before it was chilling, and then right when the camera's on, now it's going. So similar to this one, the camera is what's causing it to go. And also, notice it's rolling right here. So and also again it rolls right here. This is the footage I included before. It's banking. So it's banking. It's going like this kind of. It's like at an angle, and then it starts rolling. Right there, it rolls above there. And then again, here's a 3x speed going up. Here's the path, and so on. Yeah, and it's slightly rolled. And now here's the one, this one right here, where it's pretty much going this steepness for 14 seconds, but accelerating at like 100 miles an hour. And there's a roll. There's a roll there. Again, a real plane is gonna break the wings off. Again, that's just common sense.
Oh my!
Yeah, and
Shit!
Yeah, so this is what I'm trying to figure out: 100% hologram or cloaked in tech. Yeah, but again, you have to realize what do they have that's not, we don't know. Anyways, so we'll get this here. Yeah, so basically whatever object it is, it's rolling as with the motion is initiated from this object. And there's another mystery object right here. So there's a quote there's a real plane on the back there, and there's also one just behind it. There's one right here. Oh, there's one right there as well. So there's actually 3 mystery planes. Yeah, so this is banking and rolling. I'm gonna go to 3 mystery planes. 3 mystery planes. Okay. Yeah, so this is one. So there's at least 3 mystery planes all around, but these are conventional looking planes. They don't look like, yeah, this is black silhouette. Like just such a weird, like look at how far away these ones are. Yet this looks like a real plane. This one looks just a black silhouette. Look how far away this one is. It's still you could resemble it. I'm gonna put right here. 3 mystery planes. Yeah, now alchemy. Yeah, it's pretty good. 3 mystery conventional looking planes as the second plane impact. And it's 590 miles an hour, not just 550. It's 590. Okay, so that's this one here. And now I wanted to show this part here. 3 mystery planes. What's the other part? Okay, so yeah, here's a questionnaire. Everyone, and this is before I show the other part. I'm gonna go everybody here. I can't even spell questionnaire. Like just solve it. Okay, questionnaire. I want everybody here in the comments. Again, basically here's a questionnaire that I made to get everyone's thoughts on what the 9/11 UFOs were. I'll share my current position, and now it's like still not 100%. Certain even on like a estimation, because basically you have to always think about it in your mind. What do you not know that they have? Which is subject to change, but depending on seeing more evidence during the stream, so as not to influence anyone's decision. So, anyways, guys, what were the quote planes? What is it? A physical object cloaked with an image of a plane? Was it completely non-physical? What I mean by non-physical is that it wasn't this kind of material. You could have solid materials, solid behavior like a plasma, like a thick plasma, but it wasn't like this stuff. And also, And then there's other. If you're just not sure, you could say other. What caused the or if you're a normie, you could put other. So what caused the plane-shaped holes? You could say the quote planes themselves, externally applied due, pre-planted devices, other. What caused the explosion? The quote planes themselves, externally applied due, pre-planted devices, or other. And the reason I have three things here, because there's three things. There's like image of the thing that you're seeing. There's that plane-shaped hole, and then there's the explosion. So what is what? So solve this, guys. So basically, in the comments, just put your letters. You could put, for example, A, B, C. Just put 3, and we'll know what you're at. And I'm gonna go questionnaire. Okay, so questionnaire. Okay, virtual denial. Let's go. Questionnaire. 2, 2, 3. Oh no, what is that? Never mind. We totally sound nuts. Yeah, but whatever. We have literally like we have people in Congress don't know what a woman is, or a man is pregnant. People will still believe that it was actual. Yeah. That's what we're not here dealing with the normal people. It's like it's just not happening. And what's interesting is my trailer, which was like had no audio, and it's a very ambiguous state like text there. If I go to trailers, okay. Oh wait. Nick Fuentes, a 14-year-old getting married. Okay. Anyways, Nick Fuentes, Walden, as always. So here's a trailer right here, and because it's so like ambiguous, besides the quote planes thing, we got literally people like normies here. He's like, this guy says, "What the heck? That's wild. What all of this means? Please tell me." It's like some of these normies are like, "What is going on here?" Okay, this person says ABC. Okay, we're devolving. In my opinion, what are we devolving? We totally sound nuts. What is Matt discussing? Anyways, we'll play some of that stuff as soon as electromagnetism. As soon as the hologram hits a charged building, zap. Yeah, okay, that's where I think. I'm gonna show you a video that's from a video game that I'm like, what are the odds that I see it right on my stream here? Okay. Oh, my soccer game's canceled. Okay. Okay, so anyways, my soccer game tomorrow is canceled. It was the field was frozen. I didn't see the 3 volumetric imaging. What do you mean 3? No, I'm being very, very general. So I'm just trying to say, is it a completely non-physical? So volumetric would be B, if it's 100% volumetric. If there's some sort of cloaked device, or you could say other if you think it's actual whatever. And now, what caused the plane-shaped holes right here? The planes. Now this part here, even if you're volumetric, even if you believe that it's completely non-physical, but the question here is that non-physical object causing the hole? Is that the reason for the hole? Or is it something external? Again, like an externally applied or pre-planted. And then also the explosion. Is it from the actual object, if it's not, regardless if it's non-physical or if it's cloaked? Or is it from that externally applied to? And movie has become a documentary. Yeah, definitely. But again, I'll just tell you how it is. We literally, again, for the... I'm going to go board of peace. It's like we literally have like Orwell with like a comedian. So we have... that's pretty funny. We have anyways, we have Department of War. Department of War is literally bragging about scaling up their directed energy weapons, but more laser focused. But again, they're probably using like some advanced tech, but they just say it's a laser. No, it's just some other stuff. And I'm gonna go to Board of Peace. Yeah. So anyways, and notice how the wording Board of Peace is like it literally sounds like Board of Peace. And now we got these people. We got Putin. We got the Joker. We got it. We got Dr. Evil. Everybody's involved. All right. I'm gonna go over here. Board of Peace. Y'all, Board of Peace. So, anyways, if you're Board of Peace, I'm gonna drink some water. Where's my water? 1 second. I'll be back. I'm gonna stand up. Let's go. All right, guys. Yeah, so there's a questionnaire, and so I'll tell you what my thoughts were before. So before, I was initially leaning towards let's go to the questionnaire. Like, how do you spell questionnaire? Unbelievable. Okay, so the initial questionnaire. Initially, I was thinking A. So my initial one was A. And then it would be, this was, initially was A, what caused the plane shaped hole was B, yeah, A, because my initial one was A, B, A. So this is my initial before I did the stream. So it's A, B, A initially, but A, so physically object cloaked with an image of a plane, and then B, externally deployed due for the plane-shaped hole, and then the explosion I thought initially was like a bunker buster type. But again, these are more advanced than anything. So and the reason I was thinking that because I'm gonna go bunker buster. I'll show you. This is my initial one, and the reason is because like when you go to so if you go on YouTube, like pretty much the highest viewed bunker buster video on 9/11. I mean on YouTube is exactly 9 minutes and 11 seconds long. So if you go to how a bunker buster bomb works, it's like look at this spaceship. So, bunker buster BBB, so 666, and notice it goes through and it explodes. It's 9/11 exactly. Like, well, what are the odds? 11 million views. And then here's the comparison right here. So the thing is, the bunker buster, it's the only conventional thing that I see that matches. Like in terms, the reason I say conventional is because we don't know what other advanced stuff that can do this. So initially, this guy says ABC. Interesting. Yeah, but once you listen, but I'm leaning towards now. It's a bit yeah, it could be all direct energy weapons. I'll rule it out if that's all of it. But the bunker busters, they could still have some solidness to the plasma-like object. But an actual carrier vehicle, it's like 50-50 on that. I'm gonna go right here. Okay, see, because the firefighters heard reporting here explosions, there's a video of explosion noise. Yeah, but I'm saying the directed energy weapon can make an explosion. So this guy right here, I'm trying to say there's an explosion. Was it pre-planted or was it an actual direct energy cold explosion? Which Thomas Bearden talked about in the 60s or whatever. So cold explosion, and you see a lot of paper going through the paper. It appears that paper wasn't even getting burned as it goes through the flames. So cold explosion, all right, is it's I'm pretty sure it's a cold explosion regardless whether it's from the bunker buster type, if it is. So if you go like here, so it goes in. Notice here this one has a barely any thing in the back there, and here, these regular planes just get destroyed. And notice this one goes in. And so if it's a carrier vehicle, you can only have it like near. Basically, this would not be visible on this thing, like barely. But you still have that dust explosions. Okay, so that's this part. I'm gonna go to bunker buster. I'm gonna copy this. But I'm kind of like I think it might be just yeah, but just the object carrier moving itself. That's just weird. I'm like split between that. But I think the explosion and the hole was made by do. And I'll show you what it was a cold explosion. No, yeah. So the explosion. What I'm trying to say is the explosion was cold, regardless if it was from a bunker buster type carrier vehicle, or if it was externally applied. But I'm leaning towards now it's the externally applied, like as Dr. Judy Wood that testimony thing I'll show you soon. So 9, okay, bunker buster video with most views as 9/11 minutes long. All right, so that's pretty wild. So that's this part. Again, this is when you see this, any actual engineer with a like actual conscious will know this is not like the only ones are similar. These two are similar. It's not real quote planes here. Real planes is not even going through a wooden pole right here. The wings are getting sliced off. This is going through there. And I'll go keep going. Another one here. I'm gonna go. I think I had one here. How's the comparison there? And so here's I think I had one concrete wall there. I think okay, this was a very interesting. Okay, cruise missile. So this was an interesting bunker buster cruise missile puncturing a thick concrete wall. And this, look how thick the concrete wall is. And this one's pretty wild there. And the combat is pretty interesting. So it goes in, and then boom! Holy, my goodness! And that's like thick concrete. So you're gonna have a bigger explosion. And this bottom part, I think that's just shadow. And someone said this guy's cruise missiles with planes. Now I get it. Pentagon idea. Just the idea there. But now we're gonna go over. I'm gonna go just show you this, and then I'm gonna go over the Dr. Judy Wood one there that kind of ruffles everything. And then I'll show you the clip of the video game where I think it tells you what it is. So I'm gonna go right here. This is bunker buster puncturing concrete. No, thick, and this is super thick concrete. This is much thicker than the 9/11 steel, but steel's harder there. And another part is this is the tomahawk. And just to show you how strong these things are. So here's a list of similarities of Tomahawk. So here's Tomahawk going through like a steel, So here's Tomahawk going through just a steel container. Again, even though it's not like made for structural buildings, it's still pretty strong. And notice it just punctures just like it's nothing. It went through this, that, and the other one as if it's nothing. Okay, block. I didn't block anything. Edna Centron. Yeah, Edna Centron is also waving there. So, but the thing is, even if it was a hot explosion, the whole thing's being directed energy weapon, so you can literally erase any kind of heat there, because it seems like it just disappears right away. It was really weird. Like you have the explosion, all of a sudden it's moving away. I'll show you that. Mute this. Actually, I'm gonna get the sound. So here's another. Yeah. So notice the one going through. It's going through like it's nothing. It literally goes through like it's nothing. It goes through like a whole. Yeah, this one here is going through like it's absolute nothing. Oh, and notice there's a slight flash there as well. There's a slight flash. Yeah, there's a slight flash there as well. So this is where I wouldn't 100% rule out the bunker buster type setup. I think it might be. Yeah, and there's a slight flash there. And again, this is a higher frame rate camera than the one on 911. Yeah, there's a slight flash. But then the other ones obviously got like a whole bunch of electrostatic mumbo jumbos. But I just like how it goes through it just so smoothly. Yeah, and you guys in the chat, send it to live chat. It's at the top. It shows it. I didn't know live chat was a thing. What I've been doing. Yeah. Some of them are only shows top. And these ones are so advanced, even just from a mainstream perspective. It's so advanced. They can literally loiter in the air for like years, and then go any speed they want, control it. So I'll show you what this does.
Pentagon confirming the use of Tomahawk made off the ground.
Let's play this here.
Pentagon confirming the use of Tomahawk missiles to carry out its mission in Syria.
So guys, what do you mean live chat? There's a live button here. Live or top? Click live. Okay, I'm gonna play it right.
Pentagon confirming the use of Tomahawk missiles to carry out its mission in Syria. Here is some background on them. The subsonic jet-powered missiles are low-flying, just about 100 feet off the ground. They cruise at a speed of about 550 miles per hour. Although they can be launched from many different surfaces, they typically come from ships or submarines. They are made by Raytheon, and they cost $1.4 million each. The Tomahawk is 20 feet long. It weighs about 2,900 pounds. A third of the weight is the warhead. According to the Navy, they hit their target about 85% of the time using a preloaded map.
Okay, 85% is not good enough. So it's whatever object is like literally needs 99.9%, like literally 100% you need. So it's gonna be more advanced than this stuff. But I'd either end up jumping. There's a picture. Oh, really? You actually end up jumping. Like
that is different than a drone, which is pilot guided. They are linked to satellites in case they need to be retargeted. Pentagon confirming the use.
Yeah, so these ones could be retargeted, and then there's another one that talks about again. These are just, and the reason I'm showing the mainstream, this is the government like official public stuff showing you ridiculous stuff, and these can also swim too. These can swim underwater.
Syria. Arnzen is one of Raytheon's top missile.
And she has no eyebrows. This person looks like a drone.
Executives.
And this is the final configuration before it goes out.
Some have cameras on. Yeah, and again, they can like readjust their target and so on.
The door to our customer.
And the speed.
In this facility, police come.
In this factory, 14 Tomahawks are about to be shipped out. Workers here are performing what they call a roll test to make sure there is nothing loose inside the missile and that everything is connected properly. Raytheon's contract with the Navy is for 196 missiles for this year.
Tomahawk can fly 1,000+ miles. So it can get launched from a ship or a submarine. It can go up and loiter, as we call it, where it can fly around in a figure 8.
So in other words, once it's sent off, if you want to change where it's going, it loiters, it just goes in a circle and you figure out where.
It can be redirected and rerouted to a specific target.
The Tomahawk has been around since the 1980s, but this is the newest version of the missile, manufactured since 2004. It can be used for up to 30 years, and Tomahawks that haven't been used come back after 15 years for recertification and upgrades.
So this is the rocket motor that launches it out of the vertical launch system. So it is what propels it out. So when you see the footage of a missile coming out of a ship, it is the plume that gets it out of that vertical launch. And as you move more up toward the front is the navigation, communication system, and then ultimately up here at the very end is the warhead, and it is a 1,000-pound warhead.
With their GPS guidance, the Tomahawks can strike within mere feet of a target. They are launched from ships or submarines.
If it comes from a submarine, it will then swim through the water. The rocket motor will take it up out of the water, and then we'll eventually get it up into the airplane mode, which is where it will fly and perform its mission from there.
So it swims and it flies.
Swims and it flies.
The price tag per missile, about $1.1 million.
Each Tomahawk weighs about 3,500 pounds. So when 60 of them were fired towards Syria, that was about 210,000 pounds of firepower.
Holy, okay, yeah, you see it swims underwater, and it goes, no, 1,000, travels 1,000 miles. I think 1,000, it's a mile, 1,000 miles, I think. Or plus miles, or 1,000 miles distance. Yeah, I think that's what I meant. Anyways, I'll put that there. And someone here says, yeah, this is the flash is a hyper, why the whole rocket angle is BS. Yeah, no, I know, but I'm saying the actual thingy. Okay, you have to realize I've seen that on Alchemy. They don't discount that something goes, something hits. They're just saying that it's not going to be just a only thing. So the plane-shaped hole is not a conventional hole, and the explosion looks like as well. So I'm gonna go right here. This person says, "Oh, come on, hyper velocity impact." That's the one thing I want to look at. I'm gonna go right here. Bunker buster, hit Tomahawk, swimming in water, and so on. We have when no one understands that the distance annihilated. Yeah, that's what I mean. They have, stuff that's ridiculous. So I'm gonna go right here, and I'm gonna go with the Judy Wood one. This is this is unbelievable finding right here. So, and this one, I want you to literally like grasp this what I'm about to say right here. This is absolutely remarkable. This changes the game. Where initially I was thinking it was more like a Tomahawk type setup, but I think so. Again, I think that there was a carrier vehicle, but it wasn't the exploding part. I think even that was a cold explosion, and even the whole formation. Yeah, the whole formation is interesting. I think the whole unless it's all plasma. Okay. This is probably the most I actually don't have no idea anymore, because I wouldn't rule out that every single aspect of it was advanced, like without even a carrier vehicle. I think it could just be all completely like literally you can probably levitate it whatever object it is across. She's gonna be around. I'll support her. Yeah, no, Fractal's gonna be around. Get to see her, bro. Okay. Fractal Woman made me get over it and let bygones be bygones. If she's going to be around, I will support. Yeah, she's on 3Speak as well, guys. Also, for those that don't know, Fractal Woman, she's on 3Speak, so she's posting her videos. And Rumble, but post on, why isn't it just show? Like, what is this trash? Did it change the URLs? I think it might have changed it. Okay, so, I'm going to go Fractal Woman. So, it's impossible for state matter. We're not taught about. No, yeah, it's just ionized gas. Just gas hot enough or whatever, motion enough. And again, she's been posting on here. So here's a video on 3Speak, right here. So Fractal, follow her on 3Speak/Hive and so on. So I'll post it right here. Okay, I'm gonna go right here. Fractal one on 3Speak. Fractal Woman posting on 3Speak. Hive. I'm gonna also open up my email. I'm gonna save this, and I'm gonna play that again. The Judy Wood one is fascinating, and she knows so much stuff here. Okay, image don't load. Okay, yeah, okay, that's Attila has again. Imagine not having internet because your government might like kill you if you try to get internet. Like literally, that's Iran. So it's kind of like you have to pick from like a dictatorship, Iran, or like a madman Trump. It's like just a war mongering, whatever. Only if you call Ashton Forbes a clown bill. Okay, what is it? I kind of feel like the old band is coming together. Yeah, but anyways, call Ashton Forbes a clown and you're literally you get a few brownie points. Okay, so anyways, So this part here, a remarkable and subtle observation that Dr. G. Wood makes in her book is including the 9/11 witness accounts of photographers David Henshaw and Ruth Fremson. David Henshaw heard the, quote, second plane just before the explosion, and he later heard a very similar noise. Think about that, what I just said. And then he later heard a very similar noise and thought another aircraft was incoming, but then the South Tower started to disintegrate. So think about that. He thought that there was another plane coming, but it was actually the building coming apart. And this is further confirmed by Ruth Fremson. So David Henshaw is a New York Daily, I think New York Daily Post or whatever daily something. I think I'll have it right here. He is this guy. So this guy here that's talking is the guy that took this famous photograph, and he doesn't even remember taking it because he was like literally traumatized. And this is I think this was on New York Daily, something New York Daily, yeah. So he's on the New York Daily News. So he worked for the New York Daily News, and so on. Pretty sure it was that. I just want to work for everyone. Yeah, you can work with him, but he's a weapon. No, yeah, okay. Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. But find some inside scoops on Ashton. Yeah. So, anyways, don't look too hard on Bill. If he's interacting with Ashton, it's fine. But again, if you find some inside scoops, so if he says anything about X, Y, Z, let us know. Yeah, he's an extremely sharp nature. So he's quite a ridiculous. He's a clown, but again, you don't need to say it if you want to affect your interactions with him. But anyways, guys, so the guy who took this photo, David Henshaw, we're gonna listen to his testimony. This is fascinating. Yeah. Again, you could be friends with him, but again, but also please give us some inside scoops you find in there. There's a reason for the Ashtons of the world. Yeah, no problem. It's fine. But again, if you have any, just let us know what he's up to, because I can't stand that guy, but you can. It's fine. Okay. So, anyways, guys. So David Henshaw heard the, quote, second plane, but just before the explosion, and he later heard a very similar noise and thought another aircraft was coming, but then the South Tower started to, quote, disintegrate. And he says that. Remember, he says disintegrate. And then now Ruth Fremson, she worked for New York Times, described hearing a rumbling noise, which she assumed to be a third plane, but when she looked through the viewfinder, so what's a viewfinder? Viewfinder, NYC. What is it? I think it's like one of those things that you look through. Here's a viewfinder. What in the world's a viewfinder? Yeah, one of these. Okay, so she heard a rumbling, and she thought there was a third airplane. So I'm gonna go to viewfinder wiki. I'm gonna go viewfinder wiki. Okay, viewfinder. This device on the camera, or no, not this one. Viewfinder. Okay, I'm just gonna go viewfinders. Nope. I'm gonna go, okay, images. Yeah, for the best 15 years of research on 9/11 planes. Yeah, check out 9/11 planes research. Yeah, no, he's good. But yeah, I realize a lot of stuff we're getting is pretty much on board. But what I'm showing you right here, I'm not sure if even 9/11 planes research has that, because this is new to me. If you go right here, if you go to David Henshaw, this is completely new to me. Yeah, so not even I'm gonna delete this Henshaw. So not even 9/11 planes research has ever covered this. This is one of the biggest evidence that it wasn't a quote anything conventional. I'm gonna go back here. This is so again, what I'm trying to say is this is not. This is literally Dr. Judy Wood. Again, she was writing a book on this, and then she decided to just focus strictly on the buildings. Let other people be the planes people. But again, this is an absolutely magnificent finding. This changes pretty much it, and it's very hard to argue otherwise. So anyways, so Ruth Fremson described hearing a rumbling noise which she assumed to be a third plane, and when she looked through the viewfinder, I wonder if you see this right here. I'm gonna go right here. Just show you, this is top of the rock, something like this. Viewfinder, and it might not be the exact location of this one, but I'm just gonna go right here, viewfinder. I'm gonna close this. Edit viewfinder. Just show you what a viewfinder is. Whoops. So that's a viewfinder. Yeah, I remember using this before. So she thought a plane's coming, and then she looked at the viewfinder to spot the plane, but then the South Tower started to come apart. So they both heard they're both in separate locations. Here's David Henshaw is over here. He's standing just below here where you can see that photo. So there's a photo. So here's a photo, and he's standing like literally. There's a Marriott. That's building 3, which also like turns mostly dust. And he's standing there, and he's looking at it, and there's the WC2, and then he thought So initially he heard a weird noise, and then he's like, oh, okay. And then then later he realized, okay, that's the quote second plane, but he never saw it. And then before it was turning to dust, he heard a similar noise. He thought it was a third plane, or another plane, yeah. And then he realized it would turn to dust. And then Ruth Frumson is on the other opposite side, right here. She's standing here. This again is from Judy Wood's book right here. She's looking this way from this distance, and she heard a rumbling. She thought it was a plane. She's like hearing some sort of, I'm assuming it's some sort of rumbling noise plane thingy. She initially thought it was a plane, so then she looked at her viewfinder, and then she saw the WTC2 coming apart. And we'll play that right here in a bit. So these testimonies suggest that the DEW technology used for turning the towers to dust may be the same or similar as the ones for the quote planes and/or, because again, there's 3 different distinct parts of it. There's the quote plane, the image in the sky, the and/or holes and/or explosions, or the 2 explosions. So it could be, yeah. So and this kind of throws in there. So basically, one of these is the DEW. So basically, you cannot have a simple bunker buster missile by itself. You can't have this rules. This is very good testimony. This rules, but also you have the weird effects on the hole and the overall weird behavior of the fire. And you can't have a singly pre-planted devices and just CGI against CGI is nonsense. And you can't have a hologram with nothing, like a hologram and pre-planted anything. Something has to have DEW in your observation, according to my mumbo jumbos. Anyways, David also saw toasted cars on fire, human body parts, and he also called some of them like plastic-like looking, and jumpers all before the second impact. All before he saw toasted cars as well. He also never saw the quote plane, but was levitated a city block. And then here's full interview and so on. And we'll play this here. Well, first here, this is from Judy Wood's book. So photographer David Henshaw. So David Henshaw, a photographer who was standing on Liberty Street at the time in view of the southwest corner of the WTC2, described the quote whole building just disintegrating. This is the language of this guy here saying it. He first described when the South Tower got its hole. And then this noise filled the air that sounded like a high-pressure gas line had been ruptured, and it seemed to come from all over, not from one direction, and everybody's looking like, what's that? So they heard a weird noise, like a high-pressure gas line that had been ruptured. I'm going to see what this kind of noise would be. High-pressure gas line ruptured noise. Let's see what this will. Gas leak high-pressure test, see.
What would you do if you smelled gas in your home? One of the first things, plumber comes here. If the system...
See what this would do. Okay, so that's the kind of noise. They heard a weird hissing noise. Okay, Beneficent TV, epic stuff in here. Let's go and let me know when you want to join a stream. I'm going to be doing these every other week now. No time. Okay,
it's like
I'm gonna copy this. So anything I put okay, so I'm gonna keep copying this. Described heard. I'm gonna copy. This is what he heard. I'm gonna copy this. Heard something that looks like. Oh, I hate that it does this. This is okay. Save that. This is actually quite fascinating, and it does sound like some of the footage there. And this is coming just from this. This is just a gas leak. It sounds like the plane, like the quote plane. This is amazing. Charge potential. Yeah, this is absolutely fascinating. It's like so cool. All right, so that's what he heard. This is actually amazing. Okay, and I keep blowing here. So and then this noise filled the air that sounded like a high-pressure gas line and had been ruptured. Yeah, that had been ruptured, and it seemed to come from all over, not from one direction. And everyone's looking around like, what's that? And then all of a sudden, the second tower explodes. So think about that. He heard that just before the explosion. So this is where this explosion and he doesn't, and then he all of a sudden a second tower explodes. So this is pretty good evidence. So again, I'm going. So my questionnaire, I'm going. Yeah. So again, I have to rule out the bunker buster thing. I think they literally timed the explosion with the object going in. So it could be, even if it's a carrier vehicle, but it wouldn't be an explosive. It would just be going in. But then that impact right when it strikes the wall, that could be the electric setup where it explodes. And I'll show you why. This might be it. It's a video game that shows what I mean. So anyways, that was the second aircraft flying into the second tower. That's, again, he was told later that. He didn't actually see it. So then shortly after that, David Henshaw describes the building as just disintegrating. I was just walking by myself and heard another loud noise that kind of echoed the first noise. And looked up and thought, oh, okay, it's another aircraft. So he heard the same noise again, this one. Okay, it says, I want to go live in a few minutes to go over the protos and other stuff. Did you want me to get up? No, not now. No, I'm saying if we want to join the live stream, you let me know and we'll prepare for like a week or two so that we have everything down pat. I'm not going to do any just half-fast stuff. So anyways, so basically if you're interested, we'll set a date for like in a couple weeks and then we'll get on the, on it. All right, so he heard the same noise right here. And he thought it was another aircraft, but then, so anyways, so I was just walking by myself and heard another loud noise that kind of echoed the first noise, looked up and thought, okay, it's another aircraft. And the whole building was just disintegrating. So so you heard the same hissing, natural gas leak thingy noise. The building was starting to come down. My initial reaction was to grab my camera and to hold it. My initial reaction was to start taking pictures. But somewhere in the back of my mind, came a voice that said, run, run, run. And in doing this for more than 20 years, I've never run from anything. But there's no doubt in my mind that if I had not listened to the voice in my head that said run, if I would have stopped and taken photos, I would not have been there today. And also, he mentioned a friend of his that literally said he took great footage of the quote plane, but that guy dies. So that was interesting. So imagine his footage was revealed. So, and now here's photographer Ruth Fremson, so New York Times photographer, I'm pretty sure. So Ruth Fremson, another photographer, was on the opposite side of the WTC2 near Church and Vesey, and in view of the northeast corner. So he's completely opposite of this guy. Her words, and I must have been there. It couldn't have been more than 5 minutes before the first building started to come down. I think it was probably less. I think it was 2 or 3 minutes of shooting, and I heard this rumbling. So again, just before it falls down, and I thought it was a third plane. So she thought a rumbling was a plane. It coming to hit the trade centers again because it sounded like a plane. So again, that hissing noise possibly. So I was looking up through the viewfinder trying to wait for the plane to come into view, and instead I saw the building starting to come apart. So we have two people opposite side describing what they thought was the plane. This guy just initially was told the first one was a plane, but he heard this noise, the hissing noise. And he assumed that's what a plane looked like, as again, he was told later. So that's, and then both of them saw the thing that's in grid. And we'll play the video right here, and we'll play this, I'm going to start sitting down.
It's just rather bizarre, though. The North Tower was on fire. Finally, people were starting to egress from the South Tower, but a block and a half south of the Trade Center, there were vehicles on fire. And then this noise filled the air that sounded like a high-pressure gas line had been ruptured. And it seemed to come from all over, not from any one direction. Everybody's looking around like, what's that? And then all of a sudden, the second tower explodes. And that was the second aircraft plowing into the South Tower. I don't know how long after that, I was just walking by myself and heard another loud noise that kind of echoed the first noise. Looked up, figuring, okay, it's another aircraft. And the whole building was just disintegrating. The building was starting to come down.
And I must have been there. It couldn't have been more than 5 minutes before the first building started to come down. I think it was probably less. I think it was, 2 or 3 minutes of shooting, and then I heard this rumbling, and I thought it was a third plane coming to hit the trade centers again, because it sounded like a plane. So I was looking up through the viewfinder, trying to wait for the plane to come into view. And instead, I saw the building starting to come apart.
All right, so you heard that. Okay, first there was the toast cars. The guy just saw them before any of the buildings came out, before the second impact as well. And then they both heard a weird noise that they thought was plane, and it was and it was actually an explosion. So an explosion that'll be in line with that hole there. So I think Yeah, so I'm kind of. I think this explosion was definitely the directed energy weapon. So if you go back to the questionnaire, where's the questionnaire? I absolutely changed my thingy. So initially I was thinking like a bunker buster type thingy, but again more advanced. But I'm pretty sure it was the explosion was this. So I'm gonna have to change this explosion to C, to B. I'm saying this is B. This one is likely B, or it could be the actual object. I think this one, it could be so what were the planes? A physical non-object. This is a tough one. This one I'm still leaning towards, like, I would say 51% cloaked one. And what I mean by cloaked is I'll show you that in a bit soon. And then the actual, I think the actual quote planes themselves, which was the non-physical part, and the center one. They could be but again, those are very very hard. But where that non-physical one does have Hutchison effect type whole stuff setups. But this one here, this explosion, I think it's pretty much beat. It's very hard to I think that's what I can do. And I'm gonna go right here quickly. I'll play some full thing of this guy, or a lot of this. It's just fascinating stuff. And this guy right here. Actually,
there's nobody coming out of the north.
Actually, no, you can play these. I'll save these for later, but you can play them over there. And the guy's absolutely fascinated also that he didn't see the quote plane here. But again, it was so rapid. It's coming in from this side. So he's looking up right here. He hears a weird noise. And then, again, if you're taking a photo, he got the explosion, but he didn't see the actual thing. But he's probably taking it. And again, with a split second, it's very hard to spot something that is completely unique. So it's not a real quote plane. Yeah, this is pretty fascinating. I'm gonna save this right here. I'm gonna copy this. This one. Okay, 19. David Henshaw. For David Henshaw and what's her name? Ruth Fremson. But yeah, heard noise of heard noise just before South Tower. Big dust, which was similar to the quote plane / explosion. This is fascinating. The technology was created before the towers made. Yeah, probably. Yeah, these guys are advanced tech people. Yeah, it could be, but again, this is the absolute bombshell thingy right here. This guy typing in. He went through a lot. Yeah, you can see he did not see a plane. Wonder. Oh yeah. Oh, actually, I want to play this right here. I'll play some of it. This one, it's just 6 minutes, pretty long.
There's nobody coming out of the North Tower. The first people that I saw exiting the street, exiting the buildings, running into the street, were running out of the South Tower, running out of the Marriott Hotel, covering their heads with their bouquets, book bags, their briefcases, with newspapers. There were a couple of people who had taken a tray, I guess, a serving tray, and were running with that over their head. I really got there fast, and I mean, just as it was happening, there were very few police, paramedics, firefighters there when I first got there. It was just rather bizarre, though. The North Tower was on fire. Finally, people were starting to egress from the South Tower, but a block and a half south of the Trade Center, there were vehicles on fire. And then, when you started looking closely at the debris that was in the street, it was not just building parts, but body parts. There were human arms and human hands laying in the street that did not look real. They looked like plastic. There were human remains that I couldn't begin to describe what it looked like. And then the people started jumping. People started jumping. I guess they were forced with the choice of falling to their death or burning to their death, and at that point making a decision to jump to their death was the choice that they made. And the sounds of the bodies hitting the sidewalk will never leave my mind.
Yeah, and you can tell this guy's telling the truth because, well, you can literally tell he's like went through a lot. And what's interesting, the way he's describing these horrible events are very similar to a lot of, well, some of the those like child those satanic ritual abuse victims. Some of them, like one of there was a girl that was describing stuff, and it was like the same demeanor as this guy, and it's like literally, it's really sad. It's pretty ridiculous. And watch the rest of this. I don't play the full thing. It was another version says I got the video testimony of the guy running with the food tray. Oh, that's epic stuff. Yeah, and I'm gonna go where he says he walked with somebody.
I don't remember making the picture. Time stood still. I have no idea how long after the second tower was hit that it fell down. The south tower fell down first. The second tower to get hit fell down first. I just run into a friend of mine, Glenn Pettit.
Yeah.
And
so Glenn Pettit, listen what he says. He says what he described, but then the guy dies.
He was amazed. He was excited. He said he had unbelievable video of the second plane hitting the building. They just gave each other a hug, said, "Be careful." And I went straight. I went north on West Street, and he went right. He went east on. He went east, and I don't know how long after that I was just walking by myself and heard another loud noise that kind of echoed the first noise. Looked up, figuring, okay, it's another aircraft. And the whole building was just disintegrating. The building was starting to come down. My initial reaction was to grab my camera and to hold it up. My initial reaction was to start taking pictures. But somewhere in the back of my mind came a voice that just said, "Run, run, run, run." And in doing this for more than 20 years, I have never run from anything. But there's no doubt in my mind that if I had not listened to the voice in my head that said run, if I would have stopped and taken the pictures, I would not have been here today. Glenn Pettit is among the list of the missing. I would assume that he is among the list of the dead. Father Mike Judge, the fire department chaplain, was probably 50 or 60 feet away from me when he was killed by falling debris. I don't know how I'm still alive today.
Yeah, and interesting, he says he's not sure if that guy's alive. This might be like filmed probably recent, like right after 9/11. And this guy and the guy, Matt Gelder, stop talking about CGI nonsense. It's like absolute disgrace. Like if you don't have any actual evidence, just stop talking stuff. Okay, anyways, this guy, I just cannot deal with this guy. Put timer again. We're good 10 minutes this time. I had him blocked already. Just stop this garbage, man. Anyways, so this guy here is very interesting. I'll keep playing some more of this. But anyway, so this was, he wasn't sure if his friend survived or not. So it's probably, yeah, so that's probably, then it was shortly after. So this is like literally, I would assume shortly after 9/11. But if you look at there's videos of him like actual, like destroyed. Okay, play right here.
We didn't know, we didn't.
Listen to his testimony here.
I was less than 100 yards away from the building. I was standing on West Street, and we heard this noise. Remember, I presumed Cessna, never thought large aircraft after the first one. We didn't know attack. We didn't know terrorism. We just thought horrible accident. I mean, people go up and down the Hudson Corridor all the time, learning to fly or commercial aircraft, and then heard this noise that seemed to come from everywhere, but had no idea what it was. And then the South Tower just exploded. It just blew up. And somebody said that was a plane. And it's like, I was underneath it. I was looking at the tower. I had my camera in my hand. I heard the noise. I never saw the airplane.
Holy.
And didn't realize that I had that picture till a neighbor brought the Daily News over the next day, and it had my byline underneath it. So, oh my God, look at that.
And then this is actually Jeff Hill also called him as well.
And I had seen.
So Jeff Hill also called him, and he didn't know it was. I'm not sure if he knew if it was recording or not. But Jeff Hill was. And I think it was this might have been the time when he thought it was everything CGI. Let's play it right here.
Your interview on the Charlie Rose show, and you mentioned that you never seen the plane go into the building at all.
Right.
And you were standing like right under the tower. Basically, it must have had to fly right over your head.
I'm not sure.
Like, did you hear anything? You didn't see it? You never heard anything or nothing?
No, I heard it, but I didn't see it.
I just, like I said, I came across you on the Charlie Rose, and when you said you didn't see a plane, it just kind of like, it kind of baffled me that you were like right there under the tower. It kind of would have had to fly right over your head, and you were like looking right there.
It kind of baffles me too.
Okay, so
this is hard for you, isn't it?
So he literally says it baffles him too, and also this is the same guy that was levitated, and I have the Liberty straight. 1109. This guy's also in here. This is the same guy here. As I hit the corner of Liberty Street, it was almost like being picked up by a tornado. This guy's being thrown around. I think we had someone in here. Where's that? I think you mentioned it earlier.
Running in the next second, I was terrible.
Actually, we do need to play that. Okay, well, I forgot there's all this music overlaid. I'm gonna go all the way back down to the hand shot. This guy's got like a whole ton of info here. Okay, I think where's the one that he talks about the flying over?
Next is image of the tower.
Underneath it.
Todd Meisel.
Yeah. Also, here's him. So here's him. Like literally, what he was found. And he's like almost died.
Next
and
is
he
image
shattered
of
his
the
leg.
tower.
Apparently.
We didn't. I first thought learning to. I was looking at the tower. I had my camera in my hand. I heard the noise. I never saw the airplane.
The floor.
Yeah, that's
lying on the floor after the falling debris has shattered your leg.
That's inside the deli where I was carried after the first
Todd
collapse.
Meisel.
What, Todd Maisel, one of my fellow photographers.
No relation.
No relation. No relation.
Is that right?
But, and he did.
There's a rescue workers carrying you out. There's another
So there's him as well.
photograph by Todd.
Charlie Wells is on the right, up in front. He's a paramedic chief who I've come down. And
got him. One was standing.
Just picked me up and tossed me about a block. I just had some street. It was almost being picked up by a tornado. Almost being, and I picked up. Hey, when I see the video, when I see Dick's picture like this, don't know how I'm here.
You don't know?
Luck.
What happened?
When the South Tower came down, I was across the street, and I picked up the camera, just out of habit. And something in the back of my mind said, run, run, run. And never in 20 years of shooting in New York have I run from an assignment. But something in the back of my head just said, run. And as I hit the corner of Liberty Street, it was almost being picked up by a tornado. Almost being picked up by a wave. It was like being picked up.
With that black cloud.
That black cloud had substance. It was like night, but it had a solid feel to it. It was like gravel, hot gravel, and just picked me up and tossed me about a block. I just, at one second I was running, and the next second I was airborne. And I lost my glasses, I lost my cell phone, I lost my pager, but managed to hold on to both cameras.
But it threw you for a block?
I was back down at Ground Zero last week and walked the area where I have a pretty good recollection of where I was and where I wound up. And it was just under a city block.
Okay. Yeah, but you also got injured. Tell them about your injury.
Yeah. Well, I shattered my leg. I injured my knee. I had a few other injuries, but the injuries are inconsequential. They're physical injuries that'll be over.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah.
Next is image.
Why does it? I can't stop it without frozen. But anyways, yeah. So he shattered his knee. No, he shattered his leg, injured his knee, and so on. But he was levitated like almost a full city block. That's fascinating stuff. I'm gonna put that right here. Okay, and he's also levitated. was also levitated a city block, or almost a city block. Let's go almost a full city block, yeah. And see what else we had in here. The questionnaire. Yeah, so now with the questionnaire, pretty much like questionnaire. How do you spell question every single time? Question. Oh, there's two N's. Okay, that's why. Yeah, so again, I think the explosion is definitely this one. And then there's a toss-up between the shaped hole. It's probably, I'm leaning towards this one here. But then the object, I'm leaning towards some sort of cloaked thing. And the reason, basically, whether it's cloaked or not, again, I'm not 100% on this one. But this one, I'm like pretty certain. The explosion itself looked like cold explosion. I'm going to go to say cold explosion. Let's go cold explosion. This is from Thomas Bearden. I think I mentioned it before. Thomas Bearden. I'll just go to building 7. I think. Okay, we'll have to go observable evidence. Okay, I'm gonna start closing. So, okay, this noise thing is pretty sweet. Look at this thing. I'm just gonna save this somewhere. Because this is a very interesting noise setup there. I'm gonna go to 125 live stream. Okay, I'm gonna put this in the comments. Because this is what the guy said he heard. Okay, and yeah, so this was the guy heard that noise, that hissing noise, and that does it sounds similar to some of the quote plane stuff. Okay, I'm gonna close some stuff. Just to simplify. Actually, this one, last one, I don't think I opened this chat before. Open. Oh, no, this is. Why isn't it open? Open. I can't open it. Anyways, I'm gonna close this one. I'm gonna close some stuff quickly, just so I don't. We'll say this. We'll play this in a bit. Viewfinder. 1 second, everybody. Yeah, I'm gonna close this. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna close. Yeah, this is observable evidence. Yeah, so now we're gonna talk about the cold explosions. And the thing is, we're talking in the 60s, talking about cold explosions. 9/11. I think this was the truth cut. This was the one with Thomas Bearden, and this is where Norman and I worked on it. I think he mentioned it here. I think. Yeah, this one here at the end.
Photographs are of mysterious.
So this is a pretty good one. So yeah, I think, and I'll show you again what I mean by
Bearden believes that these satellite photographs are of mysterious non-nuclear explosions.
So that was 1983. So Thomas Bearden somewhat 1983, and he knows about the Hutchison effect and so on.
Are of mysterious non-nuclear explosions near an uninhabited island in the East Siberian Sea, and that they are discharges from an RF weapon that uses intersecting energy beams called scalars.
In doing so, you can create, for example, either an electromagnetic explosion at a distance, or you can create an electromagnetic implosion at a distance, the extraction of energy from a distant point. This would look like a cold explosion, so to speak. Or you can create an electromagnetic implosion at a distance, the extraction of energy from a distant point. This would look like a cold explosion, so to speak. This would look like a cold explosion, so to speak.
Yeah, and yeah, so that cold explosion, I'm gonna put that in here, because that's pretty good stuff there. So yeah, I think the explosion, yeah, it's yeah, it looks like, I think they just try to time it with. Yeah, that's a hard part where you're speculating. It's like, well, why not just have that with the carrier vehicle as well? Maybe do that. But anyways, I'm gonna copy this. The cold explosion. Thomas Bearden cold explosion. Explosion. Okay, and now the other one I want to show is yeah, I'll show you the carrier vehicle mumbo jumbos. Carrier. Actually, I think Navy. Patent. Was it patent or Army? U.S. Army. U.S. military. Actually, this is another part. It's like the U.S. military. They're testing this kind of stuff out, where they have these drones type setup here, and basically testing out drones fired from a ship. But and then notice that it's like it literally shows like it literally hits the South Tower, which is quite ridiculous. I want to see these drones. These ones here, I posted before. These unmanned drones. Reason this is very interesting. They just look like this. It's obviously it's obviously not going to be using these drones for the real setup, but they look like it. And these are 50 years ago, and they got unmanned stuff, and it's like all black. But I think could possibly have without the wings. Like some of these are like super tiny. Look at that one there, and these are 50 years ago. They got unmanned aerial vehicles and so on. That's pretty interesting there. And there's another part here. The only real-looking object, real-looking plane is this mystery plane. Like these are, it's very, you don't get this in regular stuff here. I'm gonna copy here. Actually, yeah, we'll go real plane. Then I'm gonna go 50 years drones. Why are you muddling up with the again? Nile Visions, please. Like I'm sick and tired of this stuff. Like you literally have Nile Planes research. I'm saying this is a possibility. Like please, like I don't know what planet are we on. We already had this discussion. The carrier vehicle is a possibility, which I'm leaning. I think it's like a 50-50 between that or full plasma. But like carrier vehicle, this is not like go tell tell what's his name, carrier vehicle. Yeah, first of all, there's a dust explosion there. It's like again, it's like I have no idea what you're talking about. Please, like, Nine Planes research. I think Nine Planes. Why doesn't it just show it? Carrier vehicle. This right here. Yeah, like, oh, this is the post I was looking for. Like, this is a carrier vehicle, but like, what I'm trying to say is like, like Mark Conlon literally says the same thing, as a possibility. Like, Mark Conlon literally has this in his thing. So it's like, who are you arguing with? Are you arguing with me? Like, please, please, Norman, like, just stop. Like, what do you want? Who are you talking to? Yeah, but no one's saying they do. Drones are not called. Yeah, but no one's saying they do. Like, what do you? Okay, like no one is saying they do. Like this is literally the schools of thought. There are two schools of thought which explain all criteria. Like, what do you want from me? So I think the explosion is what it caused the change in magnetic field. So anyways, Norman, please, like I'm sick and tired of this. Like just like get it together. No one's saying anything opposite that anybody else has not said. This is he used my screenshot. Mark Conlon literally used my screenshot. This is what I'm leaning towards, this or full plasma. But like this could still explain some stuff. But I think the explosion itself wasn't from this thing. Initially, I was thinking bunker buster. But from the other setup there. I'm gonna go right here. I'm gonna go this right here. Anyways, yeah. So initially, I was thinking it was like a bunker buster stuff, but I think the explosion was from the externally applied dew, which would affect the Earth's magnetic field. So in other words, this carrier vehicle is insignificant to the thingy. And again, we're not fighting. Okay. No, this is from the So tell him to update his thing. I'm just saying it's something. It's like, well, when does he tell him to make a post outlining it? He literally has in here his own article that's still live. But like I've slightly distanced myself, and not 100%. I'm like 50-50 split. There could be, but I'm just saying the motion was moved from this. I think it wasn't even a projection. I think they can probably form plasma that without any actual external projection. So what I'm trying to say is I think this thingy, with or without this object, with or without the carrier vehicle, I think it could be formed without anything actually externally like applying to it. I think they can literally form a plasma that looks like it, and then all of a sudden control it somehow with using anti-gravity tech. But I'm slightly giving the edge to the carrier vehicle. No, I know we don't have to agree, but I'm just saying there's nothing I'm saying that's out of any other like ballpark. It's literally I'm like literally showing a video, an article that Mark wrote using my screenshot. Like I don't know what do y'all want. Carrier vehicle. Carrier vehicle is one plausible explanation for the image in the sky. But could still be full plasma non-matter. Instead of saying non-physical, yeah, non-solid. Instead of saying non-physical, it could still have some physicality. Yeah, I'll just say full plasma-like object. Like I'm telling you, like Norman, you don't need to get angry at me. I'm like literally not saying anything that I've not said in every single live stream. I've been saying the exact same thing. Initially, I was leaning more towards the bunker buster, but I think the cold explosion. So I think the cold explosion is the one that's causing the Earth's magnetic field change. I think it's not that this thing, because you had this object. You know, once mentioned research there, and people should first check out Mark's work. What are you talking about? Nylon alchemy is the big one. Yeah, nylon alchemy. It's like it's in there, but I'll show you nylon alchemy. Like I literally, Norman, you have to literally sometimes you're attacking people that you should not be attacking. Like literally alchemy. Yeah, you saying you've never mentioned your research. I've literally posted his entire thing, like his video there, and also a lot of the parts from it I put from the actual like video. A lot of sections that I post on Telegram. So if you go to alchemy. So here's part 11, and here's another part where I showed you, like, they literally are saying the same thing I'm saying. There's not a single thing that they're saying that I haven't said. But there's some stuff I'm not 100% sure that they're right. But for example here, if I go to hit, solid. So like they literally, like, this is nylon alchemy. Like if you don't agree with them, then I'm gonna have to call you out. Like this is enough of this. Solid. Let's go solid. Okay, so he literally says at 5014.
I'm not ruling out the possibility that something solid hit the building.
Yeah, so like what are we doing here? Okay, it's like here everybody watch this. So like Norman, please tell Chris Hampton get out of hiding and edit this nylon alchemy. Like what do you want from me? Right. I'm just saying but I initially I was more convinced, but I think it might not even need it. Like I'm literally telling you, I'm in agreement mostly with you. I'm pretty much in agreement. But the thing is, I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm just saying that carrier vehicle could be, but it's kind of like, if they can control full plasma, I wouldn't rule out them controlling full plasmas without any need of anything. Yeah, so I could say, nylon alchemy doesn't rule out solid object. But I'm still like I'm a bit split. Basically what I'm trying to say is I need to see something that like that because the reason I'm saying that is because the mainstream like technology has stuff that looks like it. I'm glad you're making up your own mind. You know, I know. I'm just saying, like, there's not a single point yet. Like I'm in agreement with like pretty much with Norman. I'm in agreement with you. Like. But I'm just saying, like even if Mark Holland distanced himself, well, tell him to write an article. I'll see what he has. His current article doesn't have a disagreement there. If I go to a carrier vehicle, I think he had something. But anyways, that's this part here. And yeah, so it's like something's causing this little impact there. That's why. So basically, initially I kind of flipped. Initially, I thought the plane-shaped hole was the one with externally applied dew. And the explosion could have been like a carrier vehicle, but I think the carrier vehicle, if there was not part of the explosion. And now I'm going to get to that part where I'll show you this is a pretty cool thingy. So this is let's say Zelda, Breath of the Wild. Is it Breath of the Wild or something? Not Breath of the Wild. Is it Breath of the Wild or something? Zelda. I was Mark Chris and Twitter. No, I know the change. I'm saying you're just saying stuff. Like they can change their opinion. I don't really care. Tell me what the thing is. I asked Mark. I asked him in message, never replied. So what do you want from me? I know he's not good, but I'm just saying, don't idolize anyone. Don't idolize me. Don't idolize Mark. Don't idolize Chris. Like I'm sick and tired of this. Like you're saying, tell me what is their actual position? What is their specific position? And why the change? Like I literally asked them. You can go see Mark Collins right here. There's Mark. Asked them right here. Mark Collins. Like I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying as well as I can. Collins. Where's Collins? Is he even on it anymore? Yes, Mark Collins. Okay, last scene. Is it gone? Is it a new account? No messages here. I don't know what happened here. Are you MES doing predictable? Oh yeah, maybe, yeah, maybe if I have some time. So I don't know what happened to Mark Conlon, but he's not here anymore. So apparently Mark Conlon doesn't have I have no idea what happened to Mark Conlon. You have to realize okay, yeah. So apparently he's gone. All his messages are gone. So I have no idea what's going on. Anyways, so I literally asked them, what is this position? And for example, what's your position, Norman? Are you saying it's all do and plasma and do? Well, I already know your position pretty much. What I'm trying to say is this questionnaire. So this questionnaire, I'm basically saying I'm split between the physical cloaked and completely non-physical. I'm split between that, but it's a bit I'm split just because I need to see something that can move like that. But I wouldn't rule it out. So this is why and the reason I'm split is because mainstream physics can do what it was shown. Literally, you have like even just like semi-mainstream. So it's like, why not just have the same thing but just more advanced, like 100% accuracy, which is just go in and yeah, without even exploiting now. But now with the other guy's testimony, so externally applied do. So I'm pretty sure your thing is B, CC. That's what you're saying. I'm leaning towards, yeah. This one definitely agree with part 3. This one here, it could be a toss-up. I'll say 50-50. I'm not sure. It's really hard to make a hologram. No, but it's not a hologram. It's not like some intersecting light. I think it's a full volumetric plasma. Like so what I'm trying to say is, yeah. So this is the part where the carrier vehicle. I think it's not necessary if there's the tech there. But the thing is, you could possibly do it with normal tech. So that's kind of what I mean. Like, you don't always have to go the extreme next level stuff. If it's there. That's something you can grasp. That's why I put a toss-up. So I'm going to go 50-50. A/B, either or. I'm not it's either or. Then what caused plane-shaped holes? I think A or B as well. It could be the plasma type effects of it hitting it, or slightly applied. Even though the footage looks like it comes out a bit after. Yeah. But again, it depends on. I need to see a bit more. That's why I say a toss-up. It could be if I just get enough footage that shows that the thing is not there. Then, but yeah, this one I'm leaning toward more B. So I'll probably say A, B / this one B and B. So it's pretty much almost 1,000% agreement with you, Norman. It's like, like I don't know what you guys want from me. Aaron was honing it. Anyways, yeah. So Chris Jack is B. Yeah. So I'm leaning towards B now, just because. Wait, I'll show you the thing. I was gonna show you this part here. I'm gonna go here. Yeah. So anyways, now the Malcolm doesn't rule out solid object, and again, and I'm leaning towards more non-solid as well. And this is a cool thing. 48 hours, I think, something like this. Whoops, YouTube. Zelda, what is this? Breath of the Wild, something like that. Oh, Tears of the Kingdom. Full walkthrough somehow. If I go here, there's like a 100-hour one. Hours. Full video, something like that. Full video. This one here, I think. I'm gonna go. Easy volumetric projection. Yeah, but the thing is, I think they can do it without projecting. Like, it literally just create a physical solid, basically can contain a plasma. I think they can contain a plasma without anything. I'm gonna go something right here. See if this is like 148. No, is this 5? No, there's another one that's like 148 something. So I'll just go right here. I'm gonna go lightning. Something like this. Okay, Tears of the Kingdom. Gerudo lightning strike. This is a pretty cool thingy. Okay, there's a cool lightning thingy, and the reason I show this, okay, lightning strike. This part right here. So this person creates a static field, and then shines a lightning strike, but it needs a carrier vehicle. Play the creation of the plane ship. I'll play that soon. I just want to show you this thing here, right here. So watch what she does here. This is I don't know, because sometimes they show you in video games what they can do. So I think I could use your arrows to help me aim my lightning strikes. So she creates a static field. And then he shoots right here. Yeah, we solved 9/11. Alright guys, we solved 9/11. So once it hits, like pretty much the static mumbo jumbo. So that's something that is possible as well. Zelda Breath of Oh no, what? Here's a kingdom. There's a Gerudo lightning strike on bow and arrow. Pretty funny. But I'm gonna say that. Okay, I'll play your whole there. We have laser welders now, and even plasma cutters take a long time to eat through steel like that. Yeah, that's what I think that they do. But again, it's not normal stuff. Yeah, but again, that's why I think. Yeah, so I think you're right there. I think you just convinced me. But again, what we're dealing with is advanced. Like, so I think it was due as well. So it's like that hissing noise was like getting ready, and then right when the discharge hits, it does that. I'm gonna play some setup right here. Okay, so was the whole one you wanted to play? Here, let's play this right here. And also, again, I want to emphasize again. This is my thumbnail. This is my screenshot I did. I scanned the book, her book, because I couldn't find anything better than this.
So what did create all the damage on 9/11 if not airplanes?
Finding out the true cause of the airplane-shaped holes is important, as there's been many attempts to try to cover it up.
Conspiracy Cuber has made a great video on YouTube about the damage evidence.
Steve Dayak has said that at least a dozen missiles were fired at each tower.
So he starts out by saying that the first 8 columns are bent to the right, which is the opposite of what a plane should do. Absolutely correct, but that does not prove missile use.
No, it doesn't, and the missiles that Steve Dayak claims were used weren't even in production yet. Here's a YouTube video with a comment from a guy who worked on the project. These were still on the drawing table in 2001, but the concerned grandpa continues with his crash test and to spread lies on the internet.
He frames the argument as if it's physical 767s versus JSON missiles. How about look at the evidence first before coming up with an explanation?
Now take a look at these columns.
Missiles don't account for any of the strange things going on in this picture.
Neither missiles or airplanes would cause a spike in the Earth's magnetic field. Now when you look at the damage evidence, you can see that some of the columns are bent outwards and some are bent inwards. This rules out the possibility of explosives. Plus we have people standing in the hole.
This directional damage also puts an end to the hologram theory.
As you can see, people are associating explosives with holograms. Is it really so outrageous to think that the same mechanism which turned the buildings to dust is the same mechanism that created this airplane damage?
When you examine the beams more closely, you'll discover that the warping and pinching shows remarkable similarities to the Hutchison effect and other strange energy-related phenomena.
Indeed, I asked Mark Conlon the very same question. Do you think the damage resembles the Hutchison effect? He agreed and made these comparisons. Now, upon closer inspection, Conspiracy Cuber pointed out these 2 columns in the middle, which look like they're being peeled apart. He points out this damage couldn't have been the result of an airplane or a missile. It looks very strange.
And bent in the opposite direction of what we should expect if a plane had hit the building. Why are they bent?
Bending and fracturing of metal.
Yeah, alright. No, I understand this part. I went over here. This is another weird hole there. And also, I hear he puts music in the background, and it always gets copyright strike. I think every single part of it is like copyright strike. No, yeah, definitely. It's not like the Steve Dayak guy. He's saying a bunch of missile mumbo jumbos. No, that's the missiles alone won't do anything. First of all, again, the Earth's magnetic field it's going to be affected by something else. But nonetheless, the carrier vehicle is one thing just entering, like, and then the but I'm leaning towards I think it was literally what I just what I showed here. It's like I think the explosion and the hole were made with externally applied dew. But I wouldn't rule out carrier vehicle. I still wouldn't rule that out because it just kind of looks like the object wobbling like it. It doesn't look like anything I've known. And anything unknown. It looks like a known thing. So here's this thing again. It says there's no evidence of a missile damage. Well, there's a giant hole. Like, what do you mean? There's a giant. No. What I'm saying, you cannot like there's a hole there, but then the other stuff could be the wing shape could be separate. I'm trying to say there's a plane hole. Yeah, this one here. Oh, these holes. So what I'm trying to say, there's a giant hole there. Like that's a big hole. It goes in. This other stuff could be externally applied too. Like there's a big hole there. Like there's no evidence of a missile. There's a hole. But the thing is, where is the actual? Yeah, this is here. So the hole would be here, and then everything else could be just like overlaid on top of the hole. Why do you keep getting our prize for being right? I'll keep checking my mail, just bills. Oh, not this guy again. Hutch playing with the same thing. Yeah, yeah. It's again what people say. Well, there's a hole. It's not a only missile thing. But again, I think it was all. I think yeah, I'm leaning towards non-physical. But there is that other one. I'm gonna go quickly. There's a flash. I want to go over to this one, his guys here. So this is a flash. Flash explained luminescent. He'll play something here.
Ace Baker loves to speak.
Why isn't it showing? Why isn't it showing the flash? Okay, I'm gonna just go over. We'll go over Night Alchemy. Alchemy. Again. Yeah, I should use AI to remove all the background music. It just it's again takes anytime I play it, videos get the copyright. I'm gonna go right here. Alchemy. I think he has it in here. And okay, so here's now Alchemy. But again, a lot of stuff I kind of go through things in deep. I'm gonna go flash. I think okay, the flash frame. I think that's what it is.
Ace Baker loves to speak goofy and ask questions.
Also, I'm gonna quickly go to edit a video just to show you. I think I'll show it later. I was gonna show you that they're all basically a bunch of copyright strike on this. I think they're all in here. Copyright. Okay, all the music. This Keto, blah blah. All these guys. I have to put it there. I'm gonna play it.
Questions like,
what could possibly have caused that?
While never actually addressing it himself.
Each plane made a bright flash just.
Yeah, that's an interesting flash. When is it? This is the Jennifer Spell one. So it seems to be right on impact, but again, it's hard to tell because you're zooming in. And
as it impacted the tower. It can't be any sort of static electricity charge. The nose of the aircraft is plastic.
What? Plastic? What?
Were those flashes?
Let's explore the possibility of a real airplane. As you can see in this.
Yeah, but this is high frame rate. This is the part where
footage.
You can't just say this right here. It's a high frame rate.
There's also a flash produced. But if you look here at this frame, some of the nose is already penetrated, and we don't see the flash yet.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm trying to say is look at how many frames it takes for just the nose to go in. And I like this because it's the same speed. Why isn't it can't go back? Okay. Why can't I just play? Okay, there it is. Okay, that's one frame. So look at how many frames before the flash right here. Here's it. Okay, I'm gonna go before you even get to like the nose inside. 1, 2, 3. Where's the flash? Okay, I think he has a. Just go. I think he paused it. Where's the thingy? Okay, now he's saying look up there. Okay, no, there's 4. So four full frames. So this frame rate has able to get 4 frames before the nose goes in. In 911, you don't actually get that.
This frame, some of the nose is already penetrated, and we don't see the flash yet.
Yeah, but again, you can't. This part I can't state either or, because if you go back to the other one, say I think he shows.
Next frame, we see the flash. Again, from this angle, some of the jet nose is already penetrated. Then on the next frame, we see a flash. That's not what we see occurring in the Flight 175 videos. We see the flash before the impact.
No, this isn't before. This is not before the impact. Because this is the, see this light thingy? That's right there. I'll show you, I'll open up right here. This is what I'm working on. This is kind of what I mean. I have to go through every single big thingy 100%. I'll show you the DJ Antonio Rosario. Okay, I'll open this up. I'll open up this Antonio Rosario one. I'll go frame by frame to show you. Show you one thing. I need to like compare it better. It could be. I just want to see this right here. the flash can be part of the program. No, it could be. Yeah, it could be just that's why I didn't look at too much. I'm like, it could, if you have some sort of plasma-like thingy, it could be that as well. That's why I need to like see. Looks. It could be just okay. So here's the. I'm gonna zoom in here more. I'm gonna zoom in more right here. Okay, let's go all the way zoom. Okay, so here's a zoom. Here's the most zoomed. No, this is okay. This is the most zoomed. Okay, so now I'm gonna zoom in more. We're gonna go frame by frame to see how many frames it takes. So this see this light thingy. Okay, so there's only from this distance to the wall. There's only 1 frame. So in other words, this is traveled. If you compare that with the jet one, if you compare it with the jet has traveled.
But if you look here at this frame, some of the...
Okay, so it traveled, look at the, this is from here to the nose is tiny, but there's still like a total of like 4 frames. One
nose is already
one,
penetrated.
Yeah, see that? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, I think. Go back here. Let's go back here. Yeah, watch.
Frame. Some of the...
So 1, that's 1 frame. 2 frames, 3 frames, 4 frames. There's a total of 5 frames. Yeah, there's 5 frames. And then there's a flash now. So there's a total of 5 frames before the nose just gets in here. This one, you don't even get to that point. You get this right here, and you get this right here, and then there it is. It goes from here straight to like a quarter, like a third, yeah, probably a fifth of the plane, or the quote object. So you cannot state that this is occurring like differently than the one in the jet. So that's kind of what I mean. Like you can't just rule it out based on visual appearance, because the frame rate, you're zooming in, you got a bad camera. The other one's like literally placed right there without any zoomed in, so you can get a high frame rate, and they literally purposely have high frame rate because they know it's going 500 miles an hour. No, this one you don't know it's going. Like the guy's just pulling his camera out on the street. So you only have 1 frame with it. There's no, and then now it's completely in. Like it's completely in. So you cannot state it because it's very hard to state that way. So that's kind of what I mean. So you have this.
Next frame, we see the flash.
So you can't really state that it's that. Kevin disappears. Yeah, and that's kind of what I mean. It might be touching. It could be a discharge. I think someone said a hypervelocity impact. So you can't rule out that it could be. So what I'm trying to say is this object, whatever has, it could have some physicality, even if it's just a plasma. So that's why we need to like see a natural plasma if it can do that. Because right now you have the whole mumbo jumbos on this. You have a whole science on this called, I think, the hypervelocity flash impact. I think Smarter Every Day had it. Smarter. These guys do Smarter Every Day. Impact flash. So there's a whole science on this. Unsolved.
I'm very excited.
I think I saw it years ago, maybe. See this. Oh yeah, so you can even get one with like an impact, just a hard object on this.
No. Hold on. Am I seeing fire?
No flash in Kevin Wesley video? Oh, maybe. That's a good one. Good thing to look at. So what I mean is, you could even have a flash just throwing this at it. It's played right here.
A supersonic baseball cannon, and we saw it then.
So there's a baseball cannon, and then you can see a flash.
No. Hold on. Am I seeing fire?
So there's a flash right there.
Oh, fire!
Oh my gosh!
There's fire!
That was unexpected. Where's fire
That is
coming
fire!
from?
So basically, high impact can even on a non-metal surface. So this is just fabric, and that can do a flash. And none of this is metal. So this is kind of where that flash, you can't really 100% state it's metal or if it's just plasma, because I would assume anything that has any solidity to it like this can make a flash. So that's kind of what I mean. Like, so even though this might not be like, even though they're not considering the frame rate of this for this jet one, and you have this is a luminescence. So yeah, I know, but that's another. That's also when it touches it. That's another part that's pretty interesting. So that's with the radio waves, but then the setup is a bit different, because this is like talking about you can replicate this just with motion.
Rather, this could have been the initiation of an energy process.
But this is where I think he's right on this one. So I think this strike could be the initiation of the and also the detection of the exact notion. I think that this initiation, right? Whether it's carrier vehicle or not, exactly, I would assume plasma could do the same thing. I think right when it hits, that's when you had that Zelda like flash, do. So what I'm trying to say is, I think the impact. So that's why you know exactly where the impact is, like where the direct energy weapon knows where the impact and the explosion is. Or explosion is you just put it inside the building somewhere slightly around there. That's why it's pretty much in line. So it looks like as if it's like a bunker buster. But that's because it's electrically attuned to match. That's one thing. Yeah, that's pretty fascinating. Where were we at? Let's go back here. This is.
We have a leather glove and a leather baseball. Why is there a flame? Fire? What is that?
Yeah, so we have a flame just with leather and fire. Okay, and it is just really fast stuff that can do that. And you can even do this with anything. You'll always see this with just any object. I think he had one earlier. Yeah, you saw it right there? There's a flash. There's a flash right there. On impact. So this is just like a bunch of candy. And plastic, and a flash again. So Ace Baker's even wrong about that too. So you got non-metal, just candy, and exploding with a flash. And I think they had some sort of discharge mumbo jumbos. And there's papers on this. I think they had some sort of flash right here.
Earth! That's crazy. It just turned bright. Look at that.
Flash, big time, didn't it?
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's metal. So metal has more of a flash. So that's pretty fascinating.
On Earth! What the heck? What is even happening?
Okay, I think
oh, and then it splattered like crazy. Cylinder and see what happens. So I've got 2 bottles over here. Splinters. And I think the beautiful thing about that shot is it was done at a 90-degree.
Well, this is not even plastic. This is just I think this was just a mold of like rubber. Or no, just acrylic or something. Anyways, so you can do that as well.
That shot is it was done at a 90-degree angle. It was
and that's hitting the metal. So yeah, that's pretty amazing. So what I'm trying to say is it looks like it's just an impact thingy, but it could be whatever the object is solid like. So anyways, it could be carrier vehicle solid like, but again, it's not. What I'm trying to say is not a big deal of whether it's either or, because you could replicate that same ideas just with mainstream physics, just mainstream like tech. But obviously the explosion, the explosion and or the hole has to be done with direct energy weapon. If assuming the magnetometer readings are all correct, but which always looks like it, and also that the testimony from David Henshaw and it's Ruth Fremson pretty much shows it. Flash could be just basic impact of most materials at high speed. So that's this guy's thingy there. Yeah, it's pretty much done. This is pretty interesting stuff. First plane happens flash before impact. No, I was looking at the first plane flash. Yeah, that one looks like it as well. We have Mark Holmes in house, guys. Hi, Mark. I saw that one too. It looks like it. What I mean is, the frame rate is very. It's hard to 100% conclude that it is. I showed that comparison here. If I go to comparison, yeah, this one here. So here it is. It looks like it's before, but the thing is, the frame rate. It looks like it's slightly before, but it's just you need something a bit faster. And it's like super. It looks like a giant blob. Like it's a very hard. And you can see the shadow there too. So there's a shadow and there's a flash. And the shadow, there's no separation. It looks like it's hard to tell if it's right on it. Flash matches Hutchison Boddick's. No, I agree. But those are slightly different environment. No, it could be that it's the static there, but I think it's not before the impact. I think it's right on impact. Was there a flash on the knotted? No, we're showing it right now. Yeah, there's the flash. There's a flash on knotted. This is the yeah, there's a flash right there, and it's like a bit bigger flash. No, I know there's a flash with the Hutchison. That's a discharge thingy. But again, it's similar physics, or just stuff impacting. Like I'm trying to say is something highly charged versus just high impact. You have similar stuff, and this one is I think they describe some stuff unsolved mystery. I think they go over papers on it. What I'm trying to say is you can get a flash just with super fast impacts on pretty much any material. So that's kind of what I'm saying is, yeah, you could have Hutchison replicate flashes, but they're still different. So what I'm trying to say is, to me, that's why I've never really looked at it too much, because it seems like a mute thingy. It's like, well, an impact can do that, a Hutchison effect can do that, so it's like, well, either or. Not its DVD films. Okay, actually, I think, do I have that one? Yeah, that'd be a better one. I was using the oldest one that I could find there. If you can find, I think maybe you had a flash. I'm gonna go your 911 planes research. All right, 911 planes. Okay, I'm gonna go here, and now I'm gonna end the stream. So I'm gonna go to flash, mysterious flashes. Yeah, do you have one on the flash, or I'm assuming that you probably gave 911 Alchemy. Oh, doesn't he have the flash there? But yeah. That'd be good. But even then, even the quality is okay. Does he have a rumble? No, we're not talking about 175. We already discussed the flash there. We already had the flash. This one here, but again, it's on. Let's see the actual
Ace Baker.
I think you had it in here. Flash frame. Where would it go? Flash. How come? Where's the flash frame? How do we? How do you not? How is this not being able to search? Like, I don't understand. What are we doing? Frame by frame. Flash. How come you can't search flash frame? Like mysterious flashes. I'm gonna go frame. I think you had some in here. Okay, this is pretty cool stuff. The flashes. I'm gonna go quickly here. No, yeah, we showed this part here. Let's explain what I'm just saying that the frame rate is you can't conclude that it's before from the 175. And you could just impact will show it too. Like what I'm trying to say, an impact will show it. So we went over. I just want to see the first plane, the first quad plane. Do you have the first one in here? I don't think the first one's in here. No, the first one's not in here. No, the first one's not in here, even though the screenshot. Because I think you had one. Can you send me a link? Mark Cullen had one on his thingy. Blogspot. Mark our plane. Man, how do you find stuff? Same with beams. Damage analysis shows consistent. No, we know. Yeah, we know. The beams ones. Yeah, the whole like. So again, I don't like having to repeat myself every single time. What I'm trying to say is position. There's 3 different aspects of the quote planes. There's the actual what the actual plane quote planes are. There's the plane shaped holes, and there's the explosion. So the explosion, I'm pretty sure it's due. If you haven't seen this one, Mark, I definitely check out that new post I pinned on the Dr. Judy Wood one. And then the basically I'm leaning towards this one explosion. I think the explosion is definitely cold explosion, as per the witness testimony of David Huncha and Ruth Fremson, and also the plane shaped holes. I think this was also externally applied too. I think that was like, well, mostly. I think like right on impact, those also probably have some effects, but mainly this. And then the question is basically, is this carrier vehicle or is it non-physical completely? Missiles do not bend beam PLC. No, I know, we know. No, missile alone doesn't. This does. Like, I don't know. Who am I talking to? Like, I'm saying there's 3 aspects of it. I think the whole itself was these 2. This one I'm pretty sure. This one I'm less certain, but still more likely. And then this one I think it could be a toss-up between just full non-physical or this one here. So what I'm trying to say is, witness of the UFO, you left a top comment. Oh yeah, I put that one there. So anyways, what I'm trying to say is missiles. So yeah, but that's why there's an externally applied do. Like you could still send a missile to a building and then turn it. That's what do. Like what is that? Buildings missiles don't turn. Yeah, I know, but the do does. Like, anyways, basically what I'm trying to say is well, let me know your position on this one. But also the other one, because you're here, definitely check this out. Edna Citra wouldn't have survived. Possible, but then you also have the giant do there, and the thing is, where was Edna in there? But again, I'm saying it's not missile anymore. Right? Initially, even I was thinking more advanced. It's not conventional. Like I don't know how to stress this enough. I'm saying carrier vehicle was a possibility, but I'm leaning towards possibly non-physical. But what I'm trying to say, the physical still would match just that flash and going in and so on. What I'm trying to say is Edna Cintron, yeah, a conventional missile wouldn't. Yeah, but it depends on where she is and what's happening with the overall environment. You can literally, because you have the explosion. I do want to show this quickly. Before I go to that, I'm going to go to Judy, this one here. Check this out, please, Mark Cullen. This one here is one of the biggest discoveries ever. These guys, David Hanshaw and Ruth Frumson, both heard the WC2 turning dust, but they thought it was a plane initially, and then they looked, what the? So the same sound. So definitely check this out. I'll forward this to you. You're definitely gonna like this, and please write an article on this. I think it's one of the biggest bombshell stuff. Please post an article on this. Yeah, and then Stephen F says the sync issue for missile hologram overlaid. Yeah, that's another part. Is if the sync issue is something like that. Within 1 minute after impact, no high heat. Yeah, no, but again, the missile, if it was the missile, like, it's not going to use regular chemical explosives. And I even said it right here, chemical. Yeah, this was my initial position a few weeks ago or something. So a small object that contains an explosive, but is not a conventional chemical explosive either, and its debris would be dustified as well. So it's not a conventional. It could be just like what Hughes says, a cold mini nuke. What I'm trying to say is you can literally have, instead of having externally applied do, you can assuming they have a tech to literally make it smaller. It's kind of like a nuclear bomb can have a like literally have that same effects just from within. Why not have a cold one? Why not have a cold nuke bomb? Andrew Johnson has many reports of hearing no loud plane sound. Yeah, I know, but a plane's not loud. I know. I mean, a real plane is loud. A missile is not loud. But again, we're on the same page. I am not saying it's a normal missile. I'm saying I'm leaning towards non-physical / carrier vehicle that doesn't explode. But I think the externally applied do is the explosion. So again, it's like we're in the same agreement. We're discussing something else. Plasma can broadcast sound. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's not broadcasting anything. I think just the motion go through it, and you'll have people that are not hearing it depending on where they are, and depending on again, it's a lot of stuff depending on where they are. You can have interference of sound as well, where you can have some areas cancel out sound. Just by nature of New York, which is giant. So I'm gonna go right here. Not missile. Missile low level makes loud sound. Yeah, but it sounds similar to that. And again, we're talking about New York. We're not talking about a normal place. We're talking about a super loud place already. But again, and we're not talking about a normal missile. It's like, I don't know what we're talking about. And the thing is, I'm not even in agreement with missile. I'm saying that it's not a missile. But you can't completely rule out the effects of missile. I think the sound, it's not broadcast. I think it just the effects of sound interference, just based on wherever you are. If you go right here, missile sound. So here's the sound that was picked up, and it does sound like that gas leak thingy. This is a normal cruise missile sound. See how the sounds are. So that same sound is what Ruth Hanshaw or possibly heard before the towers turned to dust. This is a regular cruise missile. Again, some people wouldn't hear it if they're like in between somewhere. It depends on where they were. You know, so Mac out, yeah. So, anyways, I'm just saying it was somewhat similar on it, and yeah, there was some people that didn't hear this thing, but again, it depends on where they were. That could be a no. I'm just saying that could be a way to hand wave it, unless you like see exactly what it is. But it definitely, I'm not. That's not even my position on this. This is the. I want to show this last one before I end the stream. Anyways, guys, and if you haven't filled this out, I'm going to fill this out right now. Questionnaire. I'm going to go to the questionnaire. Okay, I cannot believe. How do you spell questionnaire? Every single time I spell it wrong. So I'm going to reply and say, I'm going to go right here. I think it's going to be, it's a toss-up. A, B, and then, I'll just say A, B, toss-up. I can't say either or. And then B, I'm pretty sure it's a tough one, but it's more B, and then B. Not hearing the point. No, I know, but that's again super far away. You're not even if they heard it. The visual one is going to be like afterwards. I'll show you this right here. That's why I'm saying it. It could be so you could argue it's like a smaller missile, for example. Double N. And here's the thing here, ferry. I'm gonna click this right here. So this is AB. I'm gonna just reply that because that's my current position. A/B and then BB for both the do and the other ones. And then where's the where was the one that he said ferry boat? What was the guy's name? Ferry. Okay, I'll play this one because this was pretty interesting, and then we'll get on to it. Ferry, boat 9/11 plane. I think this was the a good one. What is the guy's name? Ferry plane 9/11. I hate YouTube. How are you supposed to find it? What is the guy's name? What's the guy's name? Okay, no, Matt Gold. Anyways, please stop. Yeah, they jumped. They're getting like microwaved. Why doesn't it just show us? Plane, impact South Tower. Like, why is it so hard to find stuff? Oh, Kevin Wesley. Okay, that's the guy, the military guy. Kevin Wesley. Video. Yes, we're doing a science by vote. No, we're not. We're just setting exact. Anyways, Norman, please. I'm sick and tired of this nonsense. Like, it's just stop making enemies for no reason. We're not doing a science by any vote. I'm just saying, what's your position? Like, if you're not even saying what your position is, what are we even doing? And has the county then turn out? No, I agree. There's the other part is like how long. That's why I'm saying it's not a. It's whatever it is. It's not a conventional plane. Conventional one's much louder. So I see the impact. I'm gonna go. Wait. So what I'm saying that someone's filming it. They hear it. Because some people are looking at it. So they're looking at it. Someone says it looks like a plane or something. But when did they not look? Someone just says a plane. So they're looking at it. I don't know. It just kind of popped up, but they're and also notice the distance. Look how far away. So there's the explosion. So whatever's happening where they're looking, the sound's going to be slightly delayed. He's waiting for the next. Okay, watch this. Let's look right here. Okay, see, there's the impact right now. We're going to count. This is 210. How long does it take before they all hear a noise? Okay, let's shoot. Stay by my position. Great, thanks. Yeah, great, thanks, Mark. Yeah, let me know position. So just so we know what we're all dealing with. Like, we're all probably all like in agreement with each other. Yeah. It thinks it's science by vote. No, we're not doing a science by vote. We're just telling what is your position. Like, what do you actually think in here? Like, what is it? It's like, was 9/11 turned to dust or not? Was it a direct energy influence or not? How many aren't hearing it? No, it could be something like that. But listen to what I'm trying to say. It's not like a regular plane, but also it's super far away. Watch this. Watch what happens. Right? Okay. I paused the impact. 209. Yeah, 209 actually. So there's impact right there, 209. And watch how long it takes before they hear the explosion. So 209. Okay, so literally 3 to 4 seconds. 213 is when you hear the explosion. So in other words, if that object is here, the plane, they're hearing the sound when it was 3 seconds away. No, but yeah, I know, but what I'm trying to say is look at the explosion. So whatever they're seeing is pretty far away. So my position is in alchemy. Yeah, no, if you just state, I think pretty much I know what you're saying. Everything's non-physical. And you're saying direct energy on both sides. Yeah, I know. So you're basically BBB. Your position is BBB, I'm pretty sure. And I'm just saying the only difference is I might be I'm just not 100% ruling out the A part. It could be. I'm just saying it's not. So again, my position is very, very like it's pretty much the same as yours. So listen to this. So if it's here, they're hearing it 3 seconds delayed. Everything is 3 seconds delayed. So this is 3 seconds delayed. Or like roughly, yeah. Okay, this is for the check your private BS Kevin video played. Okay, I'll play this when I gotta go, guys. This is a bit late. Yeah, we had this one. Okay, this is is it over and plays?
You see that new 9/11 footage?
Yeah.
That shit's crazy.
Oh, it's not showing. I don't know why it does not. I'll issue. I think we had Kevin Wesley. Okay, anyways, now we'll play this. Yeah, definitely send me detailed stuff there. Because again, we're probably in agreement, and you probably have something I don't know that makes it full on. Because like before I came into this stream, I actually had a different opinion. Now I'm more leaning towards that space-based technology, epic stuff. That's great. I think yeah, Kevin Wesley. I think there's something else. This one, okay, this one here. Why does he just play? What is going on here? What is happening? Why doesn't it just play? Yeah, I don't know what's going on. But again, I don't have time to play all this minutes still on Wesley. But also, Mark, please use that for your article. Please use that when it will help. That's kind of gave me put me over the edge. Kevin Wesley. Kevin Wesley right here. Wesley. Okay, Kevin Wesley is literally the so he's the guy is literally chief engineer at Boeing. So the guy that filmed that, chief engineer at Boeing, and so on. And he posted a video. Apparently, he said he had it public. No, he had it private, and so on. And then where's the other one? Yeah, this one. Okay, this is the Wesley one. I think this will play on my phone.
You see that new 9/11 footage? Yeah, it's crazy.
Let's play it here. 1 second. I'm gonna throw this into here. Okay, this will.
You see that new 9/11 footage?
Yeah.
Okay, anyways, let's play this.
That shit's crazy.
Those are weird. Why would that?
The whole thing's weird. That guy's YouTube channel, you see, like the guy who posted it?
Yeah.
His previous job. Yeah. I don't know if this is real too, because...
You're getting into jinx.
Yeah.
I want to mute the thing. I don't get another copyright strike. Oh yeah, and he also he edited that thing too. So everything is ridiculous on him.
When did they give it to you? We know where they are. They're in the area around Baghdad and east-west.
And anyways, again, I want to get the copyright, but yeah, get the idea, guys. Watch this video. Everything there. Reflective light in the videos is totally inconsistent. No, yeah, definitely. I'm trying to say that we agree. But that's like the cloak thingy doesn't like that still explains it as well. Like I'm just trying to say you have to be like what I'm trying to say is just be neutral on everything. Like in terms of just what can fit in, what can't. My son's okay. Backyard trains up, goes over to where deal with numbness. Okay. Anyways, Wesley may have been there to document. Yeah, definitely, he was definitely there to document. The guy's obviously a big clown. Anyways, that's all. But I want to play this quickly for Mark Collins because he didn't show up until now. You'll like this again. Please add this to your article. Listen to this. This is from her book. This is where they are. David's standing here. She's standing there. Let's play this. I'm gonna play this. And then I'm gonna head out, guys.
Rather bizarre though. It's just rather bizarre though. The North Tower was on fire. Finally, people were starting to egress from the South Tower, but a block and a half south of the Trade Center, there were vehicles on fire. And then this noise filled the air that sounded like a high-pressure gas line had been ruptured. And it seemed to come from all over, not from any one direction. Everybody's looking around like, what's that? And then all of a sudden, the second tower explodes. And that was the second aircraft plowing into the South Tower. I don't know how long after that, I was just walking by myself and heard another loud noise that kind of echoed the first noise. Looked up, figuring, okay, it's another aircraft. And the whole building was just disintegrating. The building was starting to come down.
And I must have been there. it couldn't have been more than 5 minutes before the first building started to come down. I think it was probably less. I think it was, 2 or 3 minutes of shooting, and then I heard this rumbling, and I thought it was a third plane coming to hit the trade centers again, because it sounded like a plane. So I was looking up through the viewfinder, trying to wait for the plane to come into view, and instead I saw the building starting to come apart.
Yeah, alright, so that's pretty epic. Yeah, and also, yeah, delivery vehicle. Yeah, no, I'm using that terminology as well. Again, it's pretty epic stuff there. And, yeah. Again, that's pretty much what I said. Like, delivery vehicle. Vehicle. Like, vehicle. How do you even spell vehicle? Delivery, One second, someone's at the door. Okay. Okay, I don't even know how to find delivery vehicle. It's like, it's... Okay, 1 second. I don't even know why it doesn't just find things. Okay, I love that you so much. Okay, anyways, getting a message. Okay, that's all for you guys. I'm gonna put out. Why doesn't know why? Okay, yeah, this one here. Oh yeah, the small object. Yeah, anyways, I had mentioned delivery vehicle before. I don't know why it's not showing anything. Do I know how to spell vehicle right? Yeah, there it is, vehicle. Yeah, so in this one here, there's also there's also dust explosion there. So that's why I said it could be the carrier vehicle if my position is correct. So why didn't I just search it? Anyways, guys, that's all for today. Epic stuff here. Levitation is thankful. Yeah, definitely there's levitation everywhere. Even that same guy was levitated. This guy was also levitated. This is the same guy that's levitated by yeah, he said just like this thick dust cloud. Anyways, that's all for today. Epic stream, guys. Anyways, guys, thanks for joining. And have a great weekend. Okay. 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 Weekend. Yeah, I'm gonna... 1 second. I'll